Everything comes down to this, the grand finals of Valorant Champions. One of Optic or Loud will be lifting the most illustrious trophy in all of Valorant here in Istanbul today. But how hype was the Fire Again performance? That was fire. It
was absurd. And for
got me kind of messed up. We're starting on Ascent here, and the only notable loss in recent times was versus Optic Gaming in that grand final. And we start here for a best of 5. It's madness, Lauren.
It's going to be a marathon, hopefully. 5 maps on the docket that we could certainly get to grips with here. And I think, as it stands, being logical, emotions aside, Loud's form has been formidable.
Terrifying.
Truly, truly terrifying. They've overcome their demons. They are now moments away from once again facing their nemesis, and no higher stakes could be on the line. Let's get into things as it is the grand final. Kicking off here on map 1. Crashies get that first bit of contact, but it's all in, baby. It's bursting. Loud straight towards the site, and Optic better be ready, because Loud are instantly bringing the fire.
2 very quick was the third followed up here by Sassy as well. Just Victor and FNS left here for Optic Gaming as Loud take full control of B site. Actually, Carter playing very close contact on the doorway, but actually picked off by Victor. Eventually on the way back through, plenty of time to work with here.
I need another pick though, and with the HP being a little less than ideal for Loud, there is still a chance of it, but that late lurk through middle, look at who's encroaching slowly but surely. Les could be the downfall of it all. Gonna find one, and now FNS, they've got to know where he's at. Confirmed presence towards Cat, and surely this is done for. Surely, right? Surely, there it is. Sassy finally deals with it. You can see the danger mounting. Pistol converted here for Loud, and such a concise, dominant start there. No mincing their words at all.
A statement made in round 1. They stack up, they death ball in, and Crashies dips his toes a little bit, punished for it. I'm curious, actually, if really you talk about this rematch and talk about the pressure being so high here in the grand finals, the stakes raised, but this is comfort zones. The Loud try and toy with that a little bit. They're one of the most proactive teams in terms of the early round. But if that converts into aggression here and finding entries, it could be very, very concerning for Optic early on in this half.
It's just such a, a dangerous concept for both sides as well, because you don't often see such familiar foes in games this early on, and it truly changes the dynamic here. They should be so hyper aware of each other, but again, the fact that Loud did win their last meeting truly changes the narrative, truly changes how we have to look at Loud in this, give them credit where it's due. But the buy into this round, do just have the Marshal. Nothing too much really beyond that, a Sheriff, a Frenzy. So certainly not outside of the realms of reality, but the one thing I am seeing though, Mike, is a stack. And as it stands, in the right place.
A bit concerning here. I mean, the drone's going to be crucial at spotting 1 or 2 members. Knife actually only going to catch 1. Victor looks to go aggressive, punished. Spas ready for it.
I like the idea of Blitz trying to bait them in though, almost over-aggressing on it, trying to encourage his hit to come in from some of the players on the site. However, Aspas might work towards Marv, but he's taking a little bit of chip damage here. He's actually in the blender, but still standing. How? Did he just fight through that? No stress, no sweat, 5 alive. They walk into the stack and dismantle it.
Another decisive round as well. Brute Force and Ignis on the way in. No real indicators towards the stack, but like you said, that slight bit of aggression, almost baiting Loud into a false sense of security. Loud, make the most of the opportunity. For the Prime Gaming flawless here in round 2. Unfortunately, actually, the Knife did reveal more of this stack. I don't think Optic even expected them to pop as quickly as they did on the back of that entry.
But I love this from Loud, though, coming in with this really confident mentality. Now, this is the first big challenge, though, Mike. We have the buy coming out here for Optic. Far from perfect, some light shields.
Great flash.
You're absolutely right. Sticking around on this. Gonna isolate Aspas. That's a big pickup already. And they're committing to the fight. This is a really brawly beginning.
We'll peel away, though. Now they've found Aspas again. They take a bit of a bite out of the execution if it does come through on either side. Actually, less spotted out in mid as well. Victor looking to actually close the gap on this. Could be problematic here. Les actually gets attacked here, but the double swing coming through. FNS gonna find it.
Yeah, keeping that one safe. Didn't allow it to spiral out of control, and I looked at Loud being very decisive, very commanding,
it's right back
dominant
in.
even. Exactly. Optic answer right back in kind, and Loud are barely making their way from top mid. Now, Finesse going to note that. Yeah, pop flash not bad though. Will at least give them the angle to fight with, but what they're left with is still just the 2 Bulldogs. But again, obviously for Optic, they love to keep these in the back lines. Oh, and the patience shown is horrible, isn't it? Nastiness from Yay. Nice and clean. 4 alive, the rifles convert, but again, that was the bonus for Loud.
It's key to note early on, we just touched on it, but how willing these teams are immediately to close down these kills. We talk about Loud's ability to convert man advantages and how, actually early on in the rounds, we're talking about how they have one of the strongest early round kind of protocols. It's interesting if Optic are going to continue with this. Again, pushing towards mid, whether or not Loud actually are going to continue these little flash plays in through a lobby. Seeing a heavy stack here once again. Les going to have to prop up the other side of the map entirely here. Don't expect Crashies and FNS to go exploring just yet. Yeah, both noted close on A main here.
Big info found. There's the flash, and they at least start taking the space towards A. Now, Victor is staying around though. He's not falling back towards the site. He's just holding the off angle, dips back in. Sadak with the punishment, tries to backpedal away. Trades come back and forth, leaving just Optic with 3. And again, these fights are never ending. There's just no slowing down to this.
I have the spike.
They've made it possible. Back to a 2v2.
That's a big kill actually from Crashies. It relinquishes some of that map control. Look at Marv now looking to exploit that.
Iceman himself, the audacity to do this in a 2v2. Do they consider it? Do they read it? Let's find out. They seem prepared, but
he's heard them.
He's going to hear this. He's going to call for the run. You've got to look towards Crashes as well. Surely he's going to... See, that's his corner! Marv, what a bit of timing for the man! The audacity to walk up Cat. Zero respect, zero care. Gets behind him, gets the info, and gets both the kills.
It's beautiful to watch rounds like this where you can see both teams are just at that cerebral level, trying to just manipulate any space on the map. Yeah, actually going to have the operator online here for round 5. Loud's ultimate stack looking very healthy here as well, though. Sadak has no command. A couple others, and that's such a crucial kill there. And like I said, Marv manipulates that perfectly.
I'm just still amazed by the willingness to brawl that we've seen so far on the extremities. That really stick around for these fights, but fighting for so much of the initial space. Yay, though, noted first time with the operator in hand, but a very fast piece of mid-presence. Now, fortunately, for Optic, they do have a little bit of time purchased there, so no worrying crunch
Great
yet.
flash.
And, oh,
no, clear him!
No! How's he going away with it? They just walk on past, walk on by, dips around, has a little peek towards main, notes the players. Yay's still on the case. Yet to be forced away from the angle, and what are they left with? Sassy, Les, and Pancada, and you know FNS is walking this. This is insane play. The bravery to do this, testing them on all occasions.
Let's didn't spot him.
And he has no idea. FNS is getting away with murder for the second time! Doesn't get checked again. These corners will be the downfall of Loud.
Again, key information, actually you see Les slip away into a lurk roll. Knows that Sassy and Pancada are going to have disconnected from this.
And here we are again. Top middle at a disadvantage. I can't believe what we've been witnessing so far. This defensive-sided aggression, and the timing is gorgeous. Mike, be able to thread that needle of timing so perfectly. Does Sassy and Pancada have anything to really say about the matter? Maybe they'll get a plant out of this.
30 seconds left.
Maybe.
You can see Marv and Victor actually tucked up. Happy to give it away here.
Disciplined. I like that.
Marv actually just holding the angle here on the jump-up spot, so come through. Again, time now becomes a concern. Is not going to be very comfortable. Pancada and Sassy to actually set up in this post plant. Is he going to get aggressive off this paranoia?
Spike planted.
See. Marv still being cautious, waiting for support that is now arriving. Bear in mind we have the flank from FNS, so he's going to be late towards A main. They could wait for it. Which, well, you don't get ahead of yourself when Ye's watching that. Be it Marv, be it Ye, it doesn't matter, you're dead. Sassy now surrounded. 4 players. The first falls. Found him, silences. Yay, quick trade. Marv is there. Mike, let's kind of pause for thought here as the defuse comes in. The tempo changes here are unbelievable. We've had patience being displayed, let's say, in that, sitting deeper towards the site, allowing the plant. But then we also then had FNS strolling down middle. This is going to be hard to handle for Loud.
Yeah, and look at the number of times that Optic are happy to do that. Just backfill where they actually discover this information, or at least feel a little bit of pressure. I mean, actually, how FNS isn't cleared down, and it's almost like that flash is tailor-made to actually get them full market control. And FNS runs away with it. Curious here, like I said, some of these ultimates now coming online for Loud. Asbat's going to bring in the Stinger. I'm not sure if this is banking on winning this and trying to get an operator online to face off against Ye. Curious to see, but the weaker side statistically here for Optic, so we're already seeing a little bit of an adjustment here.
Now, we talked about Loud breaking their curse, but do remember the narrative, the concept that you don't get to beat Optic twice. And now that's come back into effect. So, I mean, Chet's been cooking up something in this game, certainly changing the tempo and the tone to this. FNS needs to be careful now. They are holding for this push potentially. Let's see if he gets the timing right, though.
Too loud, actually. Look how deeply they've had to tuck into this default now. Actually
paranoid
investing
about
utility to force them off. Such a forward angle. Again, there's no pressure. Look at Optic, they actually swing through now. Marv's exploring short, he's got the one-way up.
They've conditioned them to do this. It's the perfect, causation and reaction.
Great bait for the operator as well. Yay, rewarded for it.
Fantastic. Gets to fall away, dips towards short. The lockdown comes in and ensures further safety. Now they can rotate that third man if they fancy it. Still not too much stress. Aspas, position noted, will fall away. This is very comprehensive from Optic.
It is, and actually the lockdown force them into an uncomfortable positioning because there's 30 seconds left for Loud to actually step the pace up here. Does this drone clear FNS again?
Don't let him get away with it again. Finally gets found, sprays in, still! I don't know how he's doing this time and time again. Leaving Sarsi and once again Pancada to deal with such an unfavorable situation. So many players against him and so little time. Optic mean business today, Mike. This is looking good. It looks like they've done the work. We were waiting to see if they had been able to.
Absolutely. And they're tempering this aggression so nicely. It's a peek here and there, and they're ready to re-hit as Loud set up outside sight. In great timing to deal with the turret as well, the bait being the Vandal to come through to deal with that turret. Sets Ye up for success. Beautiful stuff so far from Optic. Already improving on the previous matchup. 13-3 last time to Loud on Ascent. It was 3 defensive rounds for Optic.
And we have to put into perspective how hard it is to play into this. With the veto the way it is, with the bans that come in, the map veto will sit very favorably towards Loud. So again, coming in with the odds against you like they are for Optic, this is quite an impressive start. But it is only the start, it is a best of 5. We have a little setup here towards short, and somehow Marv still gets away with it, finding Stadak. Quick pop flash underhand, you can see the instant pressure. They just pile it right back on in. Optic aren't backing away from any of these fights.
Got a noted with the drone. Slips off the side.
So long!
Remaining.
Crashes offsetting the timing, playing a little ahead of the utility there, and it's just shut down again! What is gone into Optic?
The pace is just great. Optic typically a slower team, but happy to just stand there less disconnected outside B main. The curious thing is actually if Optic start trying to pressure him there. Like I said earlier, relinquishing some of this map control. Both Victor and Marv noted here off the knife. Look at the pressure. They can't even get past this one way.
No, this is a stranglehold on the game.
Enemy suppressed.
And we know the willingness to fight. Optic aren't just doing this as posturing, there is intent behind it. Already having FNS kind of over towards tree as well. Ye posted towards main. And Loud have to find the solution. And this, I'd say, has to be this round, otherwise it starts getting really out of hand. Cycling through the utility though, Marv's still ready off the back of contact.
They burn up so much time with this one way. Marv will be noted here. Deals with it. Does the read come to the ground? Perfect!
This set piece is gorgeous! Off the back of contact, the paranoia invested in the swing comes out. But he does get punished. Above of the ult on the site now looking more vulnerable, but the double stack towards tree still stands. Marved, I don't know if he got hit by the paranoia, he did. Just backs in towards the nade, but look who's there! Perfect reply from Pancada. Finally having the impact on the site. But it is Ye in a 1v2-ish. Stadak not really influential yet, but it's still this man! And he's still got the big gun! Oh Lord, above, what is he up to? Testing the waters, wants to take down the door, give himself the chance. Pancada now,
there.
the single one standing, and you're right, the spike is not to hand, and Ye knows it. The fight for Ye! You can't dance with the devil and not expect to get burned. Ye's in the building.
The red ball clash from Ye. You can see immediately how quickly Optic looked to collapse on the back of just slight contact. Marv and Victor, a great setup here. Pancada actually completely backwards. You can see all eyes focused on main, but they just can't recover here. You can see as well, even with this, you don't often see Ye's op not shoot straight, but he gets them on the second regardless. Against the reads, they know exactly when less is coming.
And they are
not
grinning,
noted
man.
this point.
Look at Crash's face. They are beaming in this. They know exactly what they're up to. Ye's now getting confident. And I feel like the snowball effect could come in here. Loud needs to stop the rot, and they need to stop it fast because they are now heating up, they're firing up. That's not bad, but the answer's better. Once again, the back and forth. The fight never subsides. They just double down on it. This time, no less. Still trying to bail them out. We've had Pancada before. Less there. And again, Less doing it. This guy has been a phenomenal player. They need him again because
Last player standing.
he's still standing, and it's another 1v2. Surely red, surely known, and that time he is dead. If Less has to do it himself, he will.
And this is a key round I was talking about when they're actually looking to come and pressure Less, get him out of tiles, get him outside of B main, and Less stands strong.
He's such a demon.
Answers the call. Beautiful stuff from him, but still, 3-round deficit here.
First real reply, but it was off the
It
back
is.
of an individual, right? And I think the desk rightly highlighted how good Less is. He is an impact player. He is one of the names that should become a bit of a household name here in these shots. Are absolutely crisp as hell. But it's a one-player bailout. You could argue Ye had that in the prior round. But again, 6-3, we need to see repetition to this.
Trend continues. Yeah, actually, look how deep he is. The paranoia from Marv, perfectly timed as well. Making sure there's no possibility of a trade coming through. It's Aspas again. Takes away some of that pop on this execute, but the Hunter's Fury going to be posted blind here.
Ye. That's
Tag
how
with
you
the
get tagged.
first.
And he's dead.
Found.
Couldn't get away from it. Good connection from Sarsi.
Marv! What?
What is going on? How is Marv here? How has he just got a kill? Still noted, still fighting. Finally goes down. Sarsi's got him. This game is just...
Look at the damage.
Sarsi's considering this though. Victor had no idea. Sarsi is becoming quick to what they're up to, and Sarsi is saving them with 5 HP.
Dark goes through, but they're still locked out in main here, and actually, FNS noted.
Cross
Just
is
a little
being
bit of
watched,
chip
though.
damage. Can't repeat this now with the operator.
Okay. Cross vision somewhat depleted, but
Look at Crashies.
Get out. It Crashies. You wouldn't dare.
He's actually got the Hunter's Fury as well, so he can split from FNS here, but a little bit of a misread from Optic.
30 seconds left.
Assessment incorrect. They maybe assumed that they'd have back towards B after the contact on FNS, but no, they carried on forward. Now the plant's in.
The Crash is on short here. I was going to say, if he actually does want to clear through main with the Hunter's Fury, he could, but an option to just swing this through as 2.
Sarsi
Player standing.
isn't the one to be worried about just yet. Pancada holding the push up here. Crashy's trying to stay tucked to the wall to avoid being noted, but he has to swing it. Eventually, Pancada, great work. And they're starting to work it out. They're starting to piece together what is going on and what's going so right for Optic.
How Marved is there at that point of the round. And again, that's on the back of the paranoia coming through from Tree. You can hear on the minimap, look where Marved is when this engagement's going onto site.
But the fact that Sarsi even doubled down to check again,
Yeah.
that to me is such good intuition from that man, just to ensure that there was no second layer to it.
It's the conditioning early on in this half where actually everything that Loud are doing, Optic are happy to backfill immediately. Still got the lockdown up, unless, well, we do see, that's the first time.
Yeah, he's in mid.
That's it.
Yeah, he's in mid. He just went for a wander in mid. On a lovely sunny day, but he loses his life. Sadak with the trade out, and now you can see the look towards the site. Less leading this. One tuck towards market, one towards the box. You have the ult invested now. Do they commit further? Yes, they try to. Crashies though, greets it. Smiling again. The vision depleted on one. I think it was Sarsi couldn't even see. Pop flash towards the site itself. Victor has one in kind. They're trying to halt this progress.
Look at Marv
1
again,
minute on the
though.
board, and you're absolutely right. Marv is in the backline. This guy's an assassin. And this time, they're absolutely clueless. And it keeps happening time and time again. This is just unthinkable.
I mean, Optic are just pulling off some of the most unorthodox decisions, and it's paying off for them. Loud can barely get a steady footing. Again, look at Ye's willingness to just swing here. There's been a lack of focus from Loud towards mid in the early round because they've had to stack up towards A main. They've had to try and pressure this one way, force Victor out of some of these angles, and Ye, yes, gets the kill, gets traded, but then look at the immediate decision from Optic.
It's actually been wonderful to watch, and you're right, you kind of frame it so perfectly. Ye created that avenue that then you're going to see Marv kind of fill through and then find the approach from. Now, we go again.
More
It's B.
regression. Well, look how early the information comes through, Lauren. The rotation's already happening.
And it's not just mindless, it's so well constructed, and we're going to see everything invested towards this. Crash is going to post it. It's FNS to find the front. That's Sadak now gone. Crashies going to be halted for now towards middle. They could really do with some damage now, and they ain't getting it. Marv this time stands to fight, does get outdone. Good trades. There's FNS playing off of Sean, and he just gets aggressive again. What is this brawl? I can't believe what we're watching.
He's only here with the lockdown. Actually, Les looks to pin them in here. Sassy to want to close it down. What the hell was that first half?
This has been one of the most volatile, abrasive halves I have ever seen. This game is playing out like we're in OT in map 5 already. This is something different.
Absolutely is. And I already said earlier on the last time it was 3 rounds for Optic to pull away from their defense. And it's 7 this time around. The stronger side being Loud on the defense. We have to see where they come.
Very much gateways into this, but Loud are exceptionally strong here. This is their palace, this is their absolute, just perfect side. So we go in, the challenge is set, the bar is high. Optic, if you want a chance in this, you have to genuinely go against the odds by such a large margin.
A slow approach here from Optic early on, but they got bodies outside short. Pancada actually tucked in on tree here. Does have Sassy close by. Sassy, what? Got the second headshot on that.
And Pancada's still happy to sit on this for now, being bailed out a fair amount and no main pressure either, so they're really quite free to do this, but just walk up from Optic. Okay, Pancada finally falls, and Crashy's got both there. Pancada, fair enough, but how did he get Sassy? I do not know. Les is on the case and Sadak's on the flank. They're not letting this one go without a fight. A 3v3 now, the door going to be dealt with very swiftly, and Les needs to be a little cautious there. Didn't want to get caught out now. The spike's not crossed. They still need to find a way to facilitate that. And look at what Marv's up to. Of course he is. The man in the back line's always going to be here. Marv again. He's going to hit. Did he hit the glass break? I'm not sure.
Oh my god!
Oh my word, they turn around and once again, it's Marv. Just their biggest fear in the back lines. How does he keep getting behind them?
It's ridiculous. He is making the most of so many plays from Optic in terms of creating that pressure and just doing the unthinkable. FNS hasn't crossed with the spike. There's a cooldown here where the smokes aren't available. You can even see here, Les is taking a double glass. He's like,
wait, what?
Wait, our Omen's dead? Who's that?
Pancada, why are you still alive? Yeah, a bit. Is this just the state of things to come is what I'm looking at. If Marv keeps finding this space, he's got that really good read on the game. But again, you looked at the stats coming into this. This is already starting to look like maybe this goes out of the ordinary. Let's look at the buy here. Just the stinger for Aspas and the Sheriff for Sassy, but that's it. So for Optic, they want to keep it clean. We do have a stack towards the B site, though, this time, and that's for Loud. 4 players present. And you're going to see a little bit of progress being made on the other side until then. Sadak was a player on short, does get picked off by Ye, so already we're now looking at what else can they achieve here.
Well, no, actually that peak is almost a red herring. So you said the stack is here on B site. Our players conscious not to give away any audio cues. Optic happy to slow things down now. How deep this drone will get. It's all the way from Sub Rosa, so he won't actually find anything through tree or onto site. But with nobody holding it, Optic almost feel as if they've got some space to work with here. Knife actually invested towards B as well. I'm not sure who that noted. There should have been 2. They've got a wide open site here.
Yeah, at this point, you're starting to be very confident that you made it past tree, that no audio cues, no nothing out of play, so pretty much free plant. Still being cautious enough, but should go down here unchecked. And let's see if Loud can get anyone. That's the name of the game. Can they do any damage at all in this round? Or will this be as safe as houses?
Well, it's going to be difficult here with... I mean, Aspas has a stinger. Sassy with a Sheriff. Well, they're just going to try and dampen the next round here. Remove some of this and force a replay. Sassy's found one. Yay. Will respond, though. Just Aspas and Pancada left to find.
1 enemy remaining.
The Spectre does better than the stinger in that scenario. Pancada will respond, but now Optic conscious to hold on to at least 3 of these weapons.
If you could punish Crashies, that could have been something. Not to beat. Optic keep 3 alive. And a 9-5 now. This, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because we do know how good this map is for Loud, and I'm going to hold on to that here. Not going to lead into this just yet, so... Just
to cut in there, though, but this next round is key.
Absolutely. This is the one that determines.
double digits, potentially 11, because we're going to break the purchase of Loud. We come into this actually with a couple of light shields as well.
Yeah. Well,
This one could be almost map defining, because then the deficit is so large, and the way the Optic are playing, they're almost baiting Loud into trying to take control of some of these rounds.
And a fast start though. Marved quelled early on. Sadak with the swing, and we're seeing similar scenes here over towards that kind of A main approach, almost mirrored to an extent, but a fight on the other side as well. Loud showing aggression on both sides of the map here.
Yeah, he becomes the power player here. That rifle in hand. Victor does have a Bulldog as well, but smoke's removed now. Optic need to put themselves in a position to find an opening engagement. They can't lean back and rely on Marv smokes in any form of execution here. So they've got a minute to work with, so hoping Loud to try and keep this as clean as possible. Yeah, just going through the motions, removing as much of this utility as possible. That's not causing a rotation.
No, they're pretty happy where they are for now. The crunch towards the B side looks like it is now being committed towards. Victor going to be there, spamming away less. Takes a little bit of damage, but
What?
he's in the sights! Flies over the rooftops, takes down less, spots the player by the back of Bowhouse. Flash dribbles through and
Flash
starts to
perfect.
eat it just completely. Sights now there, Spike is on towards it. FNS trying to hold the cross, and he does exactly that. Job achieved, mission achieved.
And
but
the
can
upgrade.
they hold this though? Can they hold this retake? Aspas and Pancada have to work this through.
Aspas making his way back through market here. The turret going to be key. Alarm bot actually stacked up on stairs as well. And Optic happy to wait for contact. It's a weird setup though. Crashes up on the box.
A little unorthodox seems to be the name of the game. This entire map. And
The
what we
wallbang came
see,
through.
and the damage now achieved, but FNS falls and now crashes his blind, tips into the smoke. They still haven't found him.
No
Finally,
way.
He's got one. Oh, Pancada saving Loud from what could have been an absolute tragedy in the making. It's going to be close, but I'm pretty sure he's got it.
What a play from FNS. He eats the paranoia, slips inside the cloudburst, nearly gets the better of Pancada as well. They made him sweat for it. 0.74. What is this from Ye? Right over the top.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
And again, it cost them 4 lives. And the repurchase looks a little rocky. Ye's got his Blade Storm already.
Yeah, he was farming. And yeah, the buyback for Loud is...
Look at the advantage
Filth.
here.
It's horrible. It's straight up middle. Look at the push already coming out. Aspas, though, wants to be the one to equalize it, the grand equalizer here. Push straight up through middle, look towards tiles, try and spy the player, but it's not just him. There's 4 players behind it. Smoke towards CT.
They've got
FNS
the
should have seen
spike.
enough.
The spike's there.
Oh, you're absolutely right. The spike is behind the wire. It's in enemy hands. They're going to set up new defensive lines. This map ain't going to be fought out like this often. And Sadak's got the ult as well.
There's no way they put it. This is just to slow things down here, but look at Optic.
How'd you get back in here? They're locked off on so many angles.
Can Victor find anything here, actually?
Oh, Crashy's has just got down Sadak. Oh, no way! It's falling down like a house of cards. Aspas goes down, they still know less. Pancada's there too, but there's that final player they don't quite know. Crashes with the tag and the frag. Couldn't find Pancada. Les still doing well, though. Still making this seem almost possible. Spike back in hand in 45 seconds. They can start to get to work.
Hey, Marv, this whole time,
It's a
though,
mad
just
dash.
been holding on.
Oh!
Les takes a tag. He's down to 13 HP now.
Sassy?
Does he expect Marv
Sassy?
this close?
Yeah, but look at Sassy. Okay, takes down Crashy's, now game on.
30
Gives
seconds
him a
left.
little bit more. Oh, Bless!
What?
Punishing Marv on the hop up, and now we're in a 2v2. Spike is down, so time in Optic's side. But you know that support system is far away. Sassy, they know he was over by B. They've got a ways to wait here, and Les needs to stay patient.
It's 13 HP for Les as well, and only working with the Bulldog. FNS actually tucked up in tree here. Right, actually, Les gets it. That's his third now. The Owl Drone will reveal Ye.
13 HP, making it look lucky, but it is Ye on the other side.
The dark
Does he wait? He waits so patiently, he finds one the second! He can't do it, it's Sassy! And somehow this falls down in Loud's favor, and once again we know these guys are damn good on this side. But once again, the unorthodox is hitting here. What was this round? The spike left where it was. 4 players from Loud. I mean, come on.
I mean, 2 things. That's the last time we see that default from Optic. It's the last time we see the spike there on the floor. I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely. God, and what almost an overplay. A bailout round from Les. He was left on so little HP, and once again, he's doing this.
Sassy luckily closes out. It costs them so much, though, once again. She's well just scraping together another purchase. A Judge and a Bulldog to round this out. Hunter's Fury and a lockdown available now for Loud. And they brought it within 2. The Stinger's on the other side, though. Optic. Be a pace change here.
Yeah, but there's still that fight for B main, and it can be such a swing factor of if it actually goes right, they win out and they keep control of the map. And now with the mid pressure, they might commit behind it. But no, the timing's actually really good for this hit to come on in. Yeah, Aspas and Sassy deal with both sides of this hit from Optic. And yet lesser weapons just being mowed through. It's now down to Marved and FNS. Just the last one here. And it's dealt with comfortably enough. Loud, 3 standing. Didn't crumble under the pressure there at all.
Just like we said for Optic, this comes back to a crucial purchase again. But in Loud's favor this time around. A little bit of a buffer now, but it's not much. Aspas will be able to offset that slightly with the Blade Storm. This will be basically everything in the bank for Optic. And this is the round Loud can equalize.
There's a reason this veto looked good for Loud. There's a reason coming through the upper side set them up for success. This was one of the maps. This was one of the sides. Already showing the discipline, the capability to bring this scoreline back to where it's at. Optic still trying things, still getting proactive. And speaking of that, 3 players out of A main and the spike's coming this way.
They've got numbers advantage on this. If they push through here, Sadak's ready with the flash.
Flash goes in, and Mob actually gets away completely scot-free. And they've made such mid-progress here on the other side of things.
The Aldrone will reveal it, but already through market here.
As long as the spike doesn't get caught, this is a really good read, but Sassy gets away. Quick moves keeps him living, and Ye gonna try and close the gap though, noting potentially one towards Bowhouse, not 100% sure, but it's a player towards Close Cat to punish. And buying time, precious seconds is Sassy, dealt with and beheaded. The site now looking more vulnerable. FNS gonna step forward, clearing the back of Bowhouse, no, but it's gonna be the trade for Marved. Now the spike on the side, but look at the reinforcements. They finally made it here.
It's just Marv and Crashes left now. Still got the paranoia. Sadak actually gets found though. Marv's found the headshot.
It's a 2v2 now, and I'm looking towards where Crashes is off to. He's playing the smoke. He's holding the space, the temptation, beckoning, and he's gonna swing it! He's gonna get one! And puts Marved in the 1v1. The Iceman himself. The Omen battle about to go down. Pancada on the other side. Still got a little bit of utility to play with on Pancada too.
So
How does
much
he go
time is
about
he
this?
though?
You're right, you can hear the clock starting to tick. Time is not on his side anymore. Marved, shoulder peeks it. Bides his time, a second, down to a danger, and he's just dipping back in. He's toying with him. He's playing with his food. Marv is doing so much in this, but does he have the time on it now, Pancada? No, he doesn't. Marv played it to the second and played him like a fiddle.
Optic get to 10. They answer back now after Loud building in 3 rounds. You look at the knock-on effect though. Optic's purchase is going to struggle here. What a beautiful round though from both sides. Again, the back and forth is insane. You see the awareness here. Crashes looking to be unorthodox. Get inside that smoke, cause problems, run the clock down as much as possible. Still ultimates available for Loud. Now lockdown for FNS now as well. You can see there's a Stinger, there's a Spectre here in this purchase, and Aspas back on the operator.
Oh, this is going to be such a fun battle. Aspas posted towards middle on this.
Similar scenes. Look how deep Optic.
Oh, the timing.
Aspas swings it.
The intuition on the timing, just steps out, finds Crashies midway up cap. Lovely stuff. Now the pressure going to continue to mount though. Ye is just taking space.
Just barreling through.
He's straight up tree. What?
He could be on Sassy and Aspas.
Excuse me, how's he been allowed to do this? How has anyone let Ye off the leash? How have they let him get this far?
There's no rotation.
And no one's noted this yet. Pancada's still, you know, trying to do his work, just sat towards hell. And Ye's above him. This is not normal behavior at all. Ye has somehow just appeared behind him, and this is a devastating round to lose potentially. Now with a spike on the side, they can start looking towards getting the plant, but still, Sadak falls away. Hunter's Fury, I think, just got invested. It did! Zarsi found Victor! FNS on the trade, still posting it. Marved again! How much can one man do? Sarsi doing bailout work as well. And now Sarsi against FNS. And the time, a couple more precious seconds. But look at where FNS is going.
Sassi's got
All
the
the way
read.
around. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one! FNS! All the way around. And I thought Sarsi read that. I thought he was ready for what was coming. I still am just absolutely in shock and awe of how Ye got to that position. Still.
It's flipped back the other way now. Another ridiculous. Marv just going down swinging here. The only thing to actually put him down, the Hunter's Fury. They said Sassy so close to the mark here. But Optic find their 11th. They forced the second time at Sadak to formulate any sort of plan.
Now, the 3 on the trot that Loud were able to claim has now been answered back almost in kind. 2 back-to-back for Optic. See where they decide to take this one. Big info already, but no surprises here.
Semi-force here?
Right here.
I mean, 700 left in the bank for Aspas and Sadak. A Stinger and a Spectre, but a Bulldog for Sassy.
And my armor with it too. I mean, he's doing what he can, I guess. A relatively sizable investment, and look how deep they're already sitting in towards this. No commitment on that one, V8. Sadak is going to fill that space and need to be very cautious now. Play forward for Sadak, and there's just no good options. There's no good outcome for him. The rotations are coming in. Pancada forced to the back of the site, and away we go. Yay, first man forward. The flash is good. Sarsi's still going to find one, but it all feels for now as already the site's been completely and utterly ravaged by Optic. Up towards heaven, it's going to be less. And Aspas trying to play it back in, but look at the weaponry, Mike. You noted it early on. It really wasn't good at the start, and it's certainly not good now.
Spectre and a Bulldog to work back in here. 4 to find Ye. Still got that Playstorm after so much damage conceded here. Right at the choke point. Ye looking to get aggressive. Crashy's the one to find the wallbang. Optic on map point. And like I said, the finances haven't been comfortable either side. I think this is Loud just looking to make it as uncomfortable as possible on the repurchase. And Optic taking no chances with this.
You practiced that against me.
They put the lockdown in. Another beautifully handled. It was anti-eco, but a Guardian, some light shields here. Not an awful lot for Loud to work with. Some gaps in utility as well. Optic, I feel like they're hitting their stride now.
Confidence will be brimming, and the high flash to allow the steps forward. Aspas
Aspas
has got
revealed.
picked as well. Yeah, he's gonna not do anything about it. Aspas gonna fight 2. And just tries to play his life. I don't know how he just got 2 kills out of that, but apparently that's just fine. Sadak, I think, got tagged. He's down a little lower, but Marv's in the side. Again, these rounds are absolutely unfathomable. Marv tucked in the corner, and Sadak's got him dead. Good resilience, but what a bailout from Aspas. Seemingly fully blind, but didn't seem to make a blind bit of difference.
Beautifully coordinated piece as well. Pancada going to line up the last 2. Loud on 9 now. Again, the first time we've seen this, though, the flash over the top, the cloud burst in mid just to try and pressure Aspas. The Nano Swarm lineup coming through as well. He takes so much damage here, and he's suppressed, so we can't even dash out of Pizza. That's it, beautifully constructed. Just trying to catch him off guard.
I mean, between the 2 flashes, that was wildly impressive. The first flash to set them up, as you noted, the high flash that comes in, but there was the second. But just in between that split second, they got vision, actually got 2. So 12 to 9.
I mean, it's a credit to just how insane Aspas is.
Yeah, absolutely. He had seconds to work with, maybe less, but still got him out of danger. Crashies goes down instantly. That's going to be the spike. Left for a second, but quickly picked back up. Now, you can look at the buy here. FNS really the only danger man, I'd say, with that rifle. The rest, obviously, up against it here. And, of course, the perfect purchase on the other side now. It's time to enjoy a little bit of that money that's been evading them this half so far. But with 9 rounds to 12, a couple more chances to try and close here. Nice and clean for Aspas. Steals a Victor. Looks like Marv's on the chopping block, but he's still standing. And we're... What the hell is going on? Aspas! I don't understand understand it, but I don't understand how we're in a 2v2 again! This game is blowing my mind!
But look at the spike. Where Optic have had to reposition to. Sanak's got to be careful here, though, because he could get caught. What is that? He found the headshot.
Just casual, real casual. The 180 just denies FNS. But once again, there is one man, and it is Jay. And a 1v2.
Another 1v2.
They look destined for him sometimes. It looks like it's so simple for him.
30 seconds left.
Sadak, such a cerebral play. You got Pancada playing safe as well. Might get the 1v1, but that might be all he gets. He doesn't have a shot of it. Lovely from Sadak.
Show me that Blade Storm again. Did he catch just a pixel ahead of the paranoia?
Or did he just send it? Cool, that's fine.
Okay,
I think there was a pixel, but I mean bloody no.
Marv's reaction.
Yeah.
But a lot riding on this now.
Go back in. You can hear the purchase here, and you can see he's straight up in towards middle, but it's all a fake. It's all a straight up fake, but they deal him so quickly. And Aspas rounds off a shot. Crashy's dead. Cross now being watched, gonna spot a pixel on the TP going forward. He's got to know he's somewhere close. The flash is really good though. Marv set up to succeed. Aspas gone. Pancada tucked in the corner, tries to get out of there. TP's away. 10 HP. Sprays in a praise, and this time no one's answering. A 3v3 somehow after two big picks at the start coming up loud, and the fight continues. FNS ferocious towards heaven. Wants Sassy dead, he can't do it. Les is there, and Les is still standing. Loud hold on again.
What a beautiful retake. Absolutely perfect. They recover the operator as well. Les has his lockdown back up. I mean, I said the spike plant will make a difference. It's not going to be a massive difference. We have to scrape together a couple of rifles, but the utility will suffer. They're missing shields on the side of Marv. It's a broken purchase here in round 24.
Oh, we get an OT in map 1.
Give it to me.
Let's go. Let's go. I don't need my voice. It's fine. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Right.
Actually, maybe both. Yeah, we look at the purchase, and it's what a rifle, no armor. It's scrappy, it's odds, and then Sassy this time. Warded away from the spam.
Actually concedes a little bit there. Is that the sheriff from Yay? Yeah. So reading that perfectly as Optic actually drift back towards B main. Yay has to be the tip of the spear here. Actually, previously the Nano Swarm actually set up for that dash onto Switch, but Yay's been getting pretty fruity with some of these dashes onto B site.
Deploying drone.
Yeah, I mean, he set himself...
So much info.
That's everything. The entire plan now seen. Sassy,
Right here.
ready for business. Oh, the timing.
He's committed to that second half of the strike. Would have done a ton of damage.
And for Optic, it feels like they're going to have to start almost brute forcing this. They have no info anywhere else on the map at this point. Yeah, they'll force out a shot and maybe take up a little bit of the space in middle. FNS does now have his lockdown ready. And that's going to be committed. 35 seconds and the counter comes out.
Sanak's not here with the nade either, so... See already left, slipping away. Sassy respecting this.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, game back on then. And all the information once again flowing, but Optic need to make this
Oh
down!
my God!
And it's just an absolute spray down between Les and Sassy. They have no idea, and Aspas makes his debut on the round. And this is just destined to be an unbelievable game between these two. The duel of fate, of course, is going OT. 12-12. Loud. If you open up a door of opportunity for them on this map, it's almost your downfall from the very word go. Optic were held on 12 for such a long time.
We call it scripted, but we are way off script here in terms of what we were expecting out of this map 1. Optic exceeding expectations. Loud. Like I said, I don't even feel as if they're playing poorly. Optic have just come in with a totally new approach here. They're swinging back and forth. So many of those rounds. I feel like the last 5 or 6, we kept talking about the economy, other than Loud stabilizing finally in like round 22, 23. If Optic continue with how they approach the regulation side.
But remember this duo on this side as well.
Yeah.
This was a really key component and what made this side look actually quite exceptional was the combo between
double stack in mid. They're
Victor
going to look for
and
less.
Marved. And I mean, maybe rightly so. The guy got away with a little bit more free than maybe they like. They've spotted him again. There's 3 players put to cast, and that's him dealt with. Now, where's the rest? Pancada with a critical trade though. Crashy's going to get dealt with as they did try and commit towards middle, but it's going to spur on the hit towards the A site.
Victor actually takes the tag with the elbow in there, so won't be able to come through, commit to that flash. Now that coming through. He's getting aggressive here, but he's spammed through by Yay.
Yeah, he's going to just deny it, and actually Aspas is the one to get aggressive right on back in. Silence in FNS, and putting it back down to this 3v3, but they're walking wounded. Victor dives on in! And dives right back on out of the round. What is going on? 1 by 1! They face, and 1 by 1 they fall. Loud! Advantage in OT.
And another round where Optic are just looking to
Match point.
fight to the death ahead of these spike plants. Beautiful stuff. The setup, though, you can see it formulating, the cogs starting to turn. And it's a 3-man crunch onto less. They create a little bit of pressure on the back of Victor and Marv with that one-way in A main. Almost baiting Loud to come and challenge it, burn up some utility. And the timing is perfect. Less isolated, but Loud. Alter the outcome there. Immediate, but there's nobody outside B main.
So in towards A. There's a 3-play stack for Loud as well. The flash is perfect. And they're going to take the space quickly. Marv progress made. Now, Tommy the Turret going to take a little bit of contact. But Pancada just catching strays there. Marv strides in and they're playing so aggressive. And it's Sadak this time with 2. The quick pop flash, the underhand gives him a little second to back away. You can see Yay Temptation beckoning, calling his name.
They didn't hear the steps.
They have no idea he's here. And do they turn? Do they look?
Oh
He's
my
got
God.
3 players! Oh my word, it's Yay!
You have got to be kidding me. How do they keep getting away with this?
I don't know. I don't know. It's always someone. It's always someone.
Doing his best Marv's cosplay in round 26.
Look at this. Gut-wrenching for Loud. Still, must be nice for Optic. When you have someone like Yay. I wouldn't even say arguably the best player.
Coming back. Out of charges.
See now, actually, less from the previous round. We'll have Aspas in conjunction. But Optic switched things up. Yay, looking to try and get ahead. He's revealed.
I thought he'd gotten away with that. I thought he was just in front of it, but no. Oh, great pick for Saucy.
What?
They take away Yay.
How? I mean, Yay couldn't dash out. He got suppressed there. Tried to get ahead of the knife. I feel like this has been one of the cleanest first bloods
Yeah.
we've actually seen. No re-aggress on the back of it. Marved and Crashies now tasked with holding on to A site. Victor actually tucked in. He's got a contact play off the turret here. He could go huge.
This is everything for
read
Victor.
it.
They know exactly
flash?
where he is.
Where's
It's
the
too
flash?
late. Victor misreading the timing and just facing his demise with the spray from FNS. Still gonna find 2. It ain't over yet because Mars made it on site. The paranoia perfectly timing the TP to find a little bit of safety. He ain't letting this site go. Crashy's lingering over from CT, but he needs big kills here. And he's got 1. He can't get the second. And now a 1v2 for
30
Crashy.
seconds left.
As the shock dart invested, our drone goes up, gonna spot the player on the side, that's no problem. But it's the one towards Boathouse, and with 20 seconds, they don't have the plant down just yet. Can he keep his composure? Can Crashies cool them on their nerves? Tries to get a little semblance of silence, just hold on
10
for a
seconds
second.
left.
And now he starts to build. He tries to get that pick towards the back of Boathouse. 5 more seconds. They're running low on plant time. With 7 HP, he's charging down on the side. Oh, it's dead! It's not enough!
Sassy!
What is Sassy made of? 3 HP, still standing, still breathing. It gets them to 14.
That is an absolutely heartbreaking round loss. You got to feel like Crashies has him
He did.
dead to rights.
He did. Was it 4 HP?
Spike down, B.
What the hell was that? I can't believe he's just won that.
And you know it, that second between the right click and then the shot coming back in, Felt like an
Oh my
eternity
God.
for Crashies.
Oh my
3 HP.
God.
3 HP. We go again. No rest for the wicked, and the underhand flash mobbed. Turned it well enough that he would have at least gotten a shot back into this, but already looking towards that A site. Rotations are on the way.
Looking invested. It's a big pace change here. Sadak gets ahead of it, does get revealed by the knife though. And actually the tag on Pancada. He's gonna be feeling so much pressure, but he found a kill. Victor's down.
Pancada's just standing in the open, taking the fight! And Loud take the round, 15 to 13. Rushing Optic in the end in OT. You gotta feel the round prior. Set that into the validity and the answer of, was this now Loud fully answering them, fully understanding what makes Optic great on this map? Or can Loud do that again? Has been evolution? So many more questions coming into this. We look towards the attacking side here, and it's Optic starting out. But can't help but glance towards the defending side of Loud, already exploring a little towards short. Pop flash, popping a flash in towards showers, noting nothing so far.
Marv actually positioned outside, and on the back of that sound cue, both him and FNS will peel away from this. An early progress for Ye and Crashies here. There's only one member. Les has been left to try and anchor on B site here, and haven't really progressed anywhere else on the map. No real confirmed information elsewhere.
And the first contact made, noting Ye and the follow-up. So you're now going to know at least 2 players towards long, so he's got to try and play his life. Already Ye's going to backfill that space though, take all that elbow control away, force him towards CT. This is a full-on retake 5v5.
Spike planted.
Now actually, look, Optic look to push even further through. Crashies will find less, and that's an early kill to concede in this retake. Nobody else even really set up close enough to capitalize on that contact.
Now I'm looking towards maybe the pressure that's going to come in from Hookah. Victor does need to readjust towards Tube, down to 73 HP, but there's been time now, and Sassy just finds Victor. Ye overextend towards CT, and the punish on the timing here. They've actually carved space for themselves. And timing, they're still going to get a little bit of a wiggle on here, but the fight towards CT. CT is found, and now Marv. Oh, what? Marv
No
gets
way.
3 from elbow. The rest of his team crumbled around him, and Marv still delivers.
What an insane turnaround on that for the Red Bull clutch. Just when it all looked going so well for Loud. Even find this first one. Beautifully done. Surgical precision from Marv. You can see, yeah.
Because the retake until that point looked unbelievably
I mean,
on
Optic
point.
were crumbling ahead of that.
The burst.
Hang on, though. Loud have actually forced back into this.
Get out of here. Well, we've got Stingers coming out. We've got no armor behind it, though. So it's purely Stingers with a little bit of utility. That's about it. This
could dampen the next purchase, so what can they achieve off this?
Let's see. And first contact found in the success. Sassy's already got it. Ye's dead. And now if you're Optic, you're not expecting this. And there's more damage. Loud and making it count. Flipping the script here in round 2.
Marv left to pick up the pieces here on short. Flash actually should just catch him, so noting presence there. Crashes on the other side, nothing to act upon.
Launching smoke.
Oh, that's it. Still got 2 towards long here. I mean, Sassy's got the upgrade. Already this rotation coming through from Les, but he's only got a frenzy in hand. Sadak wisely respecting this.
Thought he was going to sit a little bit deeper towards CT, but actually Marv wants to provide almost more. Maybe
Smoke's down.
dig him out of this hole they're sitting in towards, getting up close and personal to the Stingers. The man's
Player standing.
absolutely tearing into them, and he has at least given them a 1v2, right? Like he's done the best he could potentially.
This flash could be crucial.
Okay, confirms his attendance, spots one towards Heaven. He now notes both the players. He wants the
remaining.
fight towards Heaven, and he gets it. And now looks towards the follow-up. Pancada creeping closer, and the pop flash has to be good. He's called him. A little bit of a turn, though. Pancada's got the gun back out. He's ready to fight on this. A tap on the spike, and the push! He sprays him wildly, and Crashies could not care. Damage achieved, though, Mike.
4 will fall for Optic with his back-to-back Red Bull clutches. Crashes and Marv. Getting Optic on the board here to start bind. Again, with that Stinger purchase coming through, we'll see what the gaps now within this purchase. Fantastic opener, actually. Even to flip this back, full 2v4, actually. And that's with Marv getting hyper aggressive with that smoke. They're live from the Hex quarters. The watch party all lined up. Seeing it, yeah, there are gaps here. Some utility missing. Sassy actually going to offset this now with the ultimate being available. Crashes on the other side will grab the orb in showers. Marv actually has the orbital strike online very early on here for round 3. Could be key in a post-plant scenario here as well. They can get themselves there. Actually, FNS gets ahead of it.
Look how far he'd progressed. That, to me, was such a surprising factor that no one had noticed him until now. Same to be said for Aspas. No note on towards it, but the trade comes in. So position now removed, bit of a one and done. Now what remains is, well, less. Still connecting, but the trade's still coming. They're really fighting for the site. Now, plant comes in, Optic should be able to get in towards a decent post-plant. Seeing how far those Seekers go, they know they've got a little bit of time to work on this now.
It's a rifle being posted, but shouldn't actually catch anybody here, so...
Somewhat telling in itself, but I'm going to give away the full picture. Yay, posted on the angle. Ooh, and the timing! He gets to look back, but Pancada picked up his teammate. And now the 1v2. Trying to slip the net here, fall the way towards the site and play the timing, but already on the site is Sarsi sitting pretty. Pancada's on 5. This is the kill, he turns!
Oh my god!
Back in time! Dips around, the movement's gorgeous, and Pancada is just hemorrhaging blood. He's got to get out of there. That's more than enough done for Ye. Big round for Optic.
Just when you think Sassy's going to catch the god timing and find that kill, Ye flicks back onto him. Another Red Bull clutch.
How many we had so far?
There's been 3 rounds.
Right.
There's been 3 clutches.
Sounds good to me.
Coming right down to the wire here.
Remaining.
Like the Pancada even survives this here. That's,
Alright,
what a readjustment. I mean, you just never have an advantageous engagement with Ye.
Apparently
like,
not.
if he's got a gun in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I wouldn't put a knife past him at this point. Anything else, it's just, it seems like he's far too good at this game with everything. And now we're going to see the knock-on effect of the money being shredded. It's been left intact.
What?
Sorry. Why is their stinger so much better than mine?
And we talked about this last time. That's Victor, though. They've isolated him so early on. The flash didn't even catch. Yeah, he smells something.
There's something wrong in the showers, man. It ain't looking right.
I think he was actually spamming onto the core of the wall. Actually, look at this, though. Optic re-aggressing back onto Hookah.
And they've doubled back into this with a little bit of presence shown and a beautiful shot towards CT. Ye's patience pays. Aspas goes. And this buy that wasn't meant to be much, to be fair for Loud, did do a little bit of that initial damage on Victor, but it does seem as though, again, we're seeing that composure from Optic. This is what you want to be seeing, though. Keep control of these early moments, these early rounds, because you know that Loud have that capability to go late game in the flash.
The flash caught Sadak. And the spike's going to immediately make its way towards B. I mean, FNS already got tons of space to work with. Marv gets even deeper. The Sadak, he's reading it. He knows Ye is somewhere.
Spike planted.
Lurking back over towards A site. And yeah, he's got the info now.
You just don't love the idea that this man is anywhere near you, just lingering around. The killer in the shower. And Optic makes it 4. I've got to say, so far, so good, but I still feel like we haven't seen Loud on that full comfortable purchase yet. We're still waiting for all the other, I guess, essentials to fall into place.
Let's actually look at that statistic as well, talking about it being a strong map for Optic. Loud, undefeated on Bind across Stage 2 and Champions, 5-0. Obviously noting that previous matchup as well. They have to answer back here. You've seen glimmers of getting a little proactive. We'll see with the previous catching Victor off. But now actually Optic going to adjust away from that. Bit of info early on here from Sadak. We'll note long presence towards Fountain. Slight adjustment here to be less. Looking to just anchor from that hookah position.
What a different tempo already.
Now with the scoreline benefit, Optic can slip back into that more methodical approach. Late probe sent out here towards showers. And expect either Ye or Marv to be tucked up there time and time again. But no confirmed information on the setup just yet.
No. Victor once again left to his own devices. The flash will actually not find him. Did not give away that he was here, so might be able to find some value from this lurk eventually, but no real deep
Kinda
steps
just,
towards the site yet.
Posturing on short here and
Double
looking
down.
to get back behind that denial of
30
information
seconds
from
left.
Victor. Leave FNS in a position here, but it's only 25 seconds. They actually resort back towards A site.
Do they clear him in time? Do they even use close utility on this? Aspas is ahead of it, and he pulls the trigger on the first. Takes out Crashy's Pancada by his side. Is doing so much damage. 10 seconds now. Yeah, he's out though. Unleashed. And now in 10 seconds, they got to get the plant. Can anything deny it? The ult gets popped, and they need to get the site under control. Damage achieved 4 seconds. Yay! Gonna just try and get that plant down. The spray goes a little wide, but that one connects. And now just the one man, and it's Sadak this time. Finds Jay and finds the round.
They get themselves on the board. That's just when the Viper's bit comes out there, you think Optic are going to be able to set up a stranglehold behind that plant. FNS looking to slip out, just take advantage of that timing. Catch a kill with seemingly Sadak solo here. Beautiful pinch, and Ye actually noted very early on as well. There's just too much happening elsewhere. Optic can't recover, can't act upon that information. But that's just the first. Ultimate's coming online now for Loud. Seekers, Orbital Strike, Viper's Pit of their own. Actually potential here for Les to throw that down in Hookah again, but Optic switching things up a little bit.
You want to play?
A bit early round
Let's
positioning.
play.
No default spread. It's 3 towards Showers now.
Spike drop.
Much different. Now Ye's on the tour de force. But this close play now for a second time, but Pancada's the one to succeed towards Showers. And that's a perfect follow-up. Aspas is a real nuisance at the moment. I love this close hold, and it's going to force Optic to be absolutely on their toes at all times. Pop flash through from Showers, finds nothing. Crashy's just trying to forge any sort of steps ahead. That's cash towards CT, but he's so surrounded here, slowly being closed in on by Les. Follow-up position seen, and there it is, closed down, but Loud becoming really well equipped with dealing with this hit from Optic.
Yeah, and that's actually Optic completely switching up the pace as well. Said, huge kill from Pancada, and to slip away and confirm that information behind that first blood. Allowed Optic to set up, and Ye actually looking to just get that backstab on Pancada. But credit to Aspas there. The contingency in place for that A site hold. What can Loud do with this now? 2 strung together. Slight investment here from Optic. Guardian armed as a rifle, a judge for Victor. Well, he's going to look to double satchel in here, try and find a kill, unless, got to be careful, I was going to say, with that Viper's Pit being thrown down.
Straight in.
Victor gets ahead of it.
Yeah, Victor's
This is huge.
Closed through kind of the spray behind trying to sell a tail, but it looks like Les is considering. I wonder if he's seen this.
He didn't get noted with the Trailblazer.
He absolutely did not. Still getting away with it. I feel like they're so aware of the possibility. Now 100% sure.
nade's perfect.
Les is in so much danger. 6 HP, he can't get away. Yeah, he spams the one to silence him. Now Pancada, Sadak, and Aspas in danger, and they try and re-explore their options, and Optic having none of it. Just Aspas now, and for him, sadly, wrong site. Couldn't have left anytime sooner. Had to stick around just in case, but as it stands, Plant gonna come in, and Optic 5 strong.
And credit to just the IGL here from FNS, reading that Viper's Pit is up. Victor immediately gets behind it. They can create so much pressure. I mean, Les is faced there with either letting it completely expire or challenging. And Victor's done so well to remove that control early on. Aspas just now left to hold on to the Phantom. Like I said, this was a slight investment, but it's going to be a big boom to the economy. You look at what's carried out of this round now, and they've had the upgrades. Still have the Showstopper, which on a lesser purchase, again, you can almost throw in here, but key to bring back. And it's only 2 for Loud. Optic,
yeah.
I think an opportunity to potentially apply a bit of pressure to the finances here as well. Yeah, slight force up.
Away with down.
One enemy remaining.
Let's see what they go for. As it stands, is it that similar approach? Are they curious to see what the purchase is, because again, you may not be certain to exactly what extent Loud are buying into this round with.
I mean, since they pulled Victor away from Hookah, they're applying a bit of pressure towards A site. Loud will have 3 here once again. See at least here, much earlier on, information probes being sent out, the boombot, the flash as well. Even just plant the seeds and potentially keep those 3 Loud members locked onto A site. A much quicker peel away from this setup out showers this time around. But Sassy with great reactive utility here. Nothing noted on short.
No, nothing noted on either side of the map. They sent out the Prowler and the Flash and got nothing on either side. So somebody going to be kept guessing, noting that Optic will be playing with that, slightly more tempered pace, sitting a little bit safer somewhere. And now with a lot of utility invested towards this B side, it feels so likely.
So like posting for this. Got to be careful here. Actually, a trade-off of headshots, I think.
I think we've seen this lineup before. Yep. Observers well and truly were ready for it. So clearing site pretty comprehensively, but already going to allow you to note that it's probably sitting towards CT or elbow. Site itself should be clear. Now, Victor going to commit! He's gone fully into this one, and you're absolutely right. Seeker's setting it into motion. TP taken, Ye going to at least find one of them. And now 3 standing. Pancada, Less, and Sassy, where are they? 2 towards CT and 1 lingering around short, and that goes Less. They're really running out of options here, and I think they want to keep these weapons.
Yeah, got to settle for it here. It's another one Loud, have to watch pass them by. Nothing left here. I mean, Aspas on 2,300, but you see Sassy down on 100, Pancada on 50 credits, even with the light shield. Marv actually looking to apply a little bit of pressure here. We can already see Loud on the X-ray, though. Navigate their way towards holding onto these rifles. You noted it. Great reactive utility from Sassy, and actually on both sides here. Perfect timing, and Optic explode behind that. Like I said, they respect the showstopper. They back away all the way into elbow, but like I said, the Seekers aren't dealt with early enough. They have the perfect information. You can see here on the minimap, both of them indicating at the same time. Just literally gifting Victor at least 1 kill and a ton of damage onto the second.
And the overspill almost negating the round completely at that point. It's like, well, might as well back from this. And you gotta say it, you said this was a round where this could be very punishing towards Loud's economy. This could now start spiraling. Well, we're seeing that here. Trade of blows at the very beginning. They're gonna find Sassy. The fight back in on towards Marv, but apparently they're still just gonna power on through. F&S. First foot forward towards the side, and Pancada left in no man's land, but he makes it his own. Tries to find the fight and loses. Victor reigning supreme. The Pong going to come in, and this is just, pacey. This is powerful. And the other 2 players really considered quite quickly on the flank here.
Yeah, actually, if they can keep 4 alive here, they can effectively buy out for the rest of the half. Eyes go towards Optic and how clean they can convert this post plant. A Sheriff and a Phantom to work with. Still good utility available, but... Okay.
Okay, that's a little bit of a can opener there, isn't it? This is on the case. But there's not time. There just isn't time. You can see the setup. Unless, sadly, looking to try and hunt someone out here, but I think he's very much wise to it, and he is. Yeah, you're not going to get the best of him in that. Optic keeping 3 standing, still moving forward well enough to build up their funds here. They're starting to get towards maxing out money to a degree and answers, but yeah, as it stands, Loud unable to really find the answer. So this timeout hopefully could be the catalyst to get back into this game. Find maybe a little bit of room, right? Do something.
Big adjustment here. It's actually the operator posted up to enable Victor to take some of this control. Yeah, actually, previously, Loud looked great for mitigating this, but Ye's creeping onto the angle.
Oh, time looks different when he's playing.
It does. It
Seconds
really
just seem
does.
so much longer, and these players are so damn good. That's Aspas, by the way. The Ye looked like he had an eternity to shoot towards. Now there could be problems, though. Got to be stilling the nerves there. Could have been a punish on it, but no, they actually get to keep their lives. Didn't get to gap close in time for Sassy.
Now you give Optic time to set up behind that first blood. I'm not saying that's going to be checked here. He hasn't played this spot just yet. Crashes with the Trailblazer, though. That's what you got to hope for.
And hello. Oh, dear. Not feeling good at that moment, are you? Still actually able to get 1, so finding some value, even if not much. So we look to where this now swings, and it's back towards Sassy.
It's so early, though, that it's drawn the rotation, right? Pancada comes all the way across towards A site. He has to, right. Sassy has to go huge here for Loud.
It's got a
The
little
last
bit of
man
utility,
standing.
but they're going back towards A. And now Pancada gets a shot at it. Maybe a chance to change the tone of this round. The cross now
the
made.
orbital strike
Spikes on the...
and the molly as well.
They have to go for this. And then Crashy's going to get away with his life for 10 seconds now.
10 seconds
He's going
left.
to take some damage from this potentially. Let's see if that molly gets invested. No! Yay denies it. And now saves security for the plant. Crashy's gets that down, and Sasi barely made it away from B site.
I still hadn't moved. He was so conscious of somebody being left in that lurk.
Sure.
Optic are playing so reactively right now. Loud can barely get a grip on when they should rotate because there's pressure on both sides, and Optic's ability to... Actually, how does he still find that? How does he actually adjust and find that kill? Like I said, Optic are just running rings around Loud.
They're hitting their stride here, and I was worried that maybe the impact from game one could have had a negative effect. I feel as though, if anything, it's just, you know, turn the pace up, turn the heat up. And again, yay, this opener. Saving this in case that maybe, you know, that molly came in, denied the plant even further. There was so much potential danger, but as I said, navigating away from that. And once again, we're left at 2 rounds for Loud, and that's it. They've been held on 2.
The stingers are coming out for Loud, though.
Those are the best chances they've had.
Yeah, honestly. It looked like
Scout destroy.
almost doing better with them than the rifles.
Here.
Like I said, they just haven't had
Here.
any opportunity to create advantages here. Loud have really been put on the back foot. You've got to give Optic credit in that regard.
Oh, and the follow-up spam. He reads it so well. Sadek just getting punished now. First man found. There are 2 more to clear. Over towards Lamps, and Crashy's already on the case with that. Does have a flash if he wants to really try and set something into motion, but they're just holding. They're holding to see if anyone dares to try and walk out from
The
this.
same thing again, it's such a free first blood. The Optic can just sit there and let it sweat for a second.
Clearing showers, nothing there. You're starting to get a little paranoid. Where are they? Where are these people waiting? Because again, look towards Ye. He already kind of explored up short. He had a little look towards, you know, Hookah, nothing there. Now he's falling back with the rest of them. They've been working out mentally. They've got to be in some ratty corner, which is exactly where they are now.
Crashy's got another flash now, yeah.
There
They
it
actually
is.
put FNS in.
And it's a fake flash!
Oh my god.
They fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Backs turned. FNS with the
30
freest
seconds
kill to
left.
his life.
Spike planted.
Oh, Aspas and Sassy
Last
have to
player
try and
standing.
recover anything they can. And now it's just
Teleport's
one.
ready.
Oh no. You got Ye on one side. Spamming through the wall!
What? What?
Yeah, this is the
Last
round, man. This is
in
the
the
round.
half.
The fake flash into the wall bang. Fair enough. 2-9 now.
And Optic have just been, like I said, so fundamentally solid.
Yeah.
The look at the position they're in now for round
Look
12.
at this.
Pancada was waiting half a week to find that flash. Didn't even
We're
know
in
you could.
1.6.
Didn't even know you could hit that.
Paper walls. Thanks for showing that, Ye.
Today I learned.
Yeah, there we are.
There's going to be an Odin there in every ranked game now.
Brilliant. Just what none of us wanted. And we go. Not as much information as they'd like on this, but now the confidence brimming with Optic. An absolutely glorious half here, even if you get through. -3, why did I even say it? Why did I think about it? The curse could come to life. But with the fundamentals being
You
know,
want to
so
play?
gorgeous
Let's
for Optic,
play.
really, really drilled. Gotta feel this is the one for them. This map looking highly likely. Plenty of ults to invest as well for themselves here.
Blinded.
To wrap this one up with a bow, at least into the first half. Considering committing.
We're actually curious as to the placement of this orbital strike, because Sassy and Pancada have backed away for Garden now towards Elbow. You see the ping coming through onto the TP. I don't know if they've misread this flash, but they're creeping back towards the triple stack of Loud. Trailblazer will find Sadak once again. And it's all a pump.
They've left Jay, yeah. And look, this is just to punish the rotation. It's so smart. They show all of that leg. They get, try and get all the attention towards A. Post Jay up into a 2 to try and catch one of them. Now, fortunate for Pancada, he's diligent as hell. He did not fully cross, and they're holding the site right now. Seekers go in, they've got to try and crunch towards Elbow. They need some sort of control. You're going to have the ult come in, try and secure CT, and Ye going for it again. Trying to find any wall he can just to get the hell through. Nightfall comes in, and now Vision is fine, but the audio cue is going to be limited, but Victor doesn't mind, turns the flash just fine. Back to business! Back-to-back kills! And Aspas, the last man standing. Viper's Pit in the way, 2 holding the cross. There ain't no way out of here. He is surrounded. He is looking dead and buried.
Out of charges.
Down to 29 HP now. Ye just posted on this angle. Would need nothing short of a miracle, but Optic happy to sit in this crossfire. Let this clock tick down, and Victor to deal the killing blow. A 10-2 half from Optic.
Switching
Loud
sides.
left struggling for answers here on map 2 of Bind. Again, it just comes through to Mark and Ye. Just had an insane half. A number of times, it's such tempered aggression at the right times. Optic obviously being so versatile. Like I said, Loud just couldn't really set up for anything. And previously where they found success, where they found value in dealing with Victor, yes, he's down at 7-7, but it was absolutely absent here.
You're right, and the flawless fundamentals.
Played such a flawless setup, and like I said, it was versatile. They were ready, prepared for so many different things that just never came from Loud. There was never these crunches coming through that we had seen previously that found success. And early on, Ye and Marv actually creeping all the way out here. Catch, less, sleeping. Tuck him in, put him to bed. Spike will come through, but a man advantage here for Optic.
And the post plant's going to be interesting. Do they try and fight back for shower control? I feel like you have to. You can't leave that unaccounted for. And doing it early enough should be quite indicative of this repositioning the timing towards it. So they've taken a fair amount of space, but they should be worried about short. Over push towards CT, and it pays. Gonna find FNS and Victor. Now you got to worry about those other 2 that slipped the net over by Shower. They've come back around on towards short, and they want to try and clear towards Lamps. Already Crashy's going to find Pancada, but the response is instantaneous. Now Martin Ye not going to make it happen this time. Loud, get things started. More frenzies, more fun. Get the round, as Sliggy once told me.
Said no one ever, actually.
Sliggy says that all the time. You're not part of the Slug Club? That's crazy.
I'm not part of the Frenzy Club. That's for sure.
Wow.
That's just to put it in context here. Optic, a 63% defensive round win rate. At champions here. They'll get themselves on the board. They definitely come into the stronger half. Yeah, actually going to put a light shield in here. See how aggressive he gets with this headhunter. We caught early on here, but Loud have to respect this. The dip away already. Rotate with the spike. Actually, Sadak posted up here. Giving Ye a chance at finding a kill, but will be deterred.
Yeah, terrifying prospect is just re-peeking the angle. He's still looking for the opportunity here, Ye. Looking towards short now. Could have a fight towards less, maybe? Flipping back on through. Yeah, he's been pinged out, so you can already see the less did spot. Yeah, he's going to fall away from that.
Ye pinged him as well, so...
Yeah. And it's actually a misread of information. They're going to now rotate behind it and look at the spike.
Absolutely. They've already sent their way back through cave as well, leaving B site wide open. Can't blame Optic for this. They've...
No, you have to almost overreact here.
Yeah. Be very difficult to find their way back on here. Only Classics, the headhunter, to work with. Not even Optic to just brawl for hookah here.
Very good read for Loud, though. Not giving anything away.
Less
Less.
really getting overwhelmed there.
Yeah, just needs to keep his life. Dip away, get the heal. Because Optic are just ravenous for it. They're just roaming around as a pack. See if they could find anyone slightly out of position. And as it stands, Loud aren't really giving them that chance at all. Sitting super deep. Gonna make them work for their dinner if they want it.
I think Optic conscious of denying some ult progress here. Ultimately here, this is preventing 5 orbs to come across. The nade is nearly perfectly timed, but couldn't get ahead of him. Ye, he'll find something in spawn here. So actually wants to come back through, and yeah, there's less to find it. But denying some early ult progress here, stealing that away from Loud. Optic come back in with the rifles. Light shield for Ye, the only real gap in this purchase due to the light shield in the previous. Now do we see Optic slip back into this more receptive style on defense. We do absorb some of these sight hits, force Loud to dig a little deeper.
I would like to see a conversion of the bonus here. Really put the fire under Optic now, make him sweat a little bit, because that is when it gets to crunch time. If Loud can actually convert the bonus. Now, all goes up. Yeah, you're going to stick around on the fight. Didn't dip away on the first try.
Less desperate to try and get behind that Prowler, but it's the second time he's fallen first. Removing that second controller from this composition. Actually, removing a lot of that short control on the back of just that wall. Early flash comes through. Crashes will note presence. FNS on the other side of things as well, so they're going to know that they've drifted away from A here.
And yeah, he's going to get played in a little on this one. Sack tucked beneath window. Prowler actually noticed him. Fantastic work. The pop flash is beautiful. And the combination on this from Loud is just stunning. Brilliant synergy on this. Lovely utility work. And Pancada firing on all cylinders here. Takes out FNS, controls elbow. That is now a secured site. There's no way back through for Victor or Marved.
It's another scenario as well where they flip a 4v5. Loud come through, and this has got to be read by Optic, right? The back of this. With less falling, there's no real threat towards short. And with a trap outside showers, especially with that early information, crashes flashing through hookah, FNS seeing that trailblazer.
Heal up, squad.
You said it. I'm going to convert this bonus.
Hawk out.
Game back on. This is where it gets interesting. This is where we start talking about those key rounds, Mike. The ones that, you know, financially and depending on the economy can really have that knock-on effect.
It will be slightly off kilter with Victor and Marv bringing through rifles if they can get anything done here, and actually Loud choose to reinvest. Optic actually going to call a timeout as well, but yeah, that'll be Loud bringing it back, resetting the economy and bringing it basically within 3 rounds.
Oh, then it's
call it 2.
Yeah, that's a whole different scenario, but we wait. And initially, last time around with this, Les got punished by Ye. FNS can take it a little bit lower, lingering around these walls, but it'll be fine. I'm just going to dip back towards lamps now. Again, we've seen these defaults being held. Nothing too much of a worry yet. I do see the commitment towards Hookah though.
I've just watched this as well. FNS and Les just facing off in terms of the toxic cooldown. You can see it's just back and forth here. Les is being given no control. I was talking about previously how important it is that he dies early. But here, at least the pump has caused FNS to play a little deeper here, as Loud are stacked up on this now.
Yeah, and sadly for the two players who are Optic on this site, they're the ones that only have the frenzy, a sheriff. It's far from ideal, and they're going to try and step a little deeper towards CT.
Yeah, he's tucked up on this.
TP was
Oh my god!
How is he alive? Aspas flies out of there, and Ye is just baffled, dazed and confused, but Victor's got Sadak. The spike's not planted. This fight's on multiple fronts, but it ain't over yet. We're not out of the wilderness, as now it's just Aspas. Tell me how Optic are 3 alive with rifles now, and I'll tell you, none of us saw it at the start of this round. Aspas though, good for 1.
Oh my god.
Good for 2, and now just the 1v1. And the correct guess, Victor, none the wiser, forced to pull the trigger! Aspas! The unthinkable again! The 1v3 in the final seconds!
How has he turned that back around?
He shouldn't have!
I mean, you think there it's like, yeah, he could have killed him earlier in the round, but he's done enough damage. He was at 35 HP.
He was the walking wounded! Look at this. Easiest kill of Ye's life. Guess not. Oh, he slipped the net. Don't worry, we've got 3 on the site.
So he gets the kill onto Marved as well with the reset on the jump. And Victor swings. I think the paranoia is there from the paint shell, but all the damage was already done. Victor swings ahead of the box. What a ridiculous Red Bull clutch from Aspas.
Well, we have a treat, folks.
Rounds. If a couple of these now players do start heating up, I mean, it's Aspas and Sadak really to get ahead of the curve from that first half.
But what a round to potentially instigate further impact. 6-10 now, Optic. You thought they'd had enough. You thought this was good enough to go, and then you just had one of those rounds. Yeah, he's starting to push up a little, though.
Yeah, another tool to try and disrupt Les's control on short here. Actually, the Prowler might even get him out. Yeah, he's a million miles away from his TP, but he's actually using the wall to his advantage.
Oh! And he suddenly turns back. A 1-for-1 trade out and a terrifying surprise for both sides. But he's going to have spotted at least two more players there. So with the 3 players behind them on the A side, they're feeling a little bit more secure in this if Loud carry on this way. But there's every chance they could potentially turn their heads the other. 50 seconds, still a little to play with. Crashes.
Good rotation though.
Seeker's coming in. Now, this might stop them in their tracks. They may not hit this rotation button any further. No, they're still sticking around here.
I've got your trail.
And now the commitment comes in from Loud. Straight towards the side they go. Seeker's back on the other side. Going to spot 2 players. Crashes peels away, respecting it, but no
What?
respect on the way back in. Sadak deleted. Les finds a trade. Crashes on a heater right now. Literally. Pancada's got him. And now it's just Pancada surrounded, but reaches the flank. Did he consider Victor's positioning? He's looking the right way, and it's absolutely not the right time this time. Victor's got it. Making up for those moments before. His head back in the game here, and that'll be 11 for Optic.
And thank God for that. Optic stepping a little closer to map point now. We're forced to repurchase, but with that early string of rounds, Loud's going to be in a very comfortable position. How Crashies gets that kill is ridiculous.
Spike planted.
This is beautiful though. Come through. Actually, the second headshot coming on as well.
Attempted moves, be it, full success or not. At least you get to paint the bigger picture of it. Let's see what the buy does end up being. Okay, it is going to be the tour de force and what we kind of saw.
And that operator for Pancada.
That's still
He's posted
really
long. He's literally posted behind Fountain.
maybe wanting the challenge so they know the tour de force is there.
Well, they note it very early on. So they know Ye is now playing towards B side. Do they read towards this just being the 2-man hold? This is where you really start looking towards the tools they have to pressure Ye even deeper. Or some of these angles. Sadak overwhelmed though. The double swing on showers comes through at the perfect time.
And Ye's not necessarily backing from this. Finally going to dip out and look towards long. This is where we do see if Pancada does succeed. This has all been building towards this, but Ye is quick as all hell. Crowd's behind it. There's a chance of it.
Teleport's ready.
And while all this happens, so many players done pressure through Hookah. The timing! Ye! Just about swings around in time. They exchange information, but they both get to keep their lives. But look at the teammates falling like flies around them. Pancada only has Sassy by his side now, and Ye repositions deeper on the angle. This battle is fine for Optic because they've got others standing. That spike is still left in the hands of Sassy. Where does he go with this? Double up on long, try and run away elsewhere. You got 20 seconds.
I mean, Pancada just can't swing this. He can't. To know that the rotations come through already, Ye's already posted on a deep angle. You've got to assume there's going to be another stacked up.
No, not two. You almost felt it was fated, but now the slow to make things worse. 8 seconds. The spike now falling in Pancada's hand, but it's all been given up. This concept, this theory did not work out at all for Loud. Pancada not getting what he wanted that time, and again, Ye, the discipline here, he's always on.
And just like that, Optic find map point, and they strip away this huge advantage Loud have, or had, sorry, from those 4 unanswered rounds. And they were clean. Roll your mind back, they were clean. They were keeping a lot of those weapons available for the next rounds that followed. Operator still here, but it's 2 Bulldogs to round this out. The Viper's Pit, the Orbital Strike, Sassy one away from the Nightfall. Optic have really slowed things down now.
Yeah, and Loud have to dance to their tune as it stands. Already you're going to have that Viper's Pit
So
to
much
deny
info
long.
from that Trailblazer.
And Ye's up close to this. How long does he stick with this angle? That is going to clear. And actually doesn't get away. Punished quickly, and the side looking a little bit more vulnerable. They're going to flood on forward. Marv there, though, connects with the first, dips away slightly further, sits deeper towards Shower just to keep his life. Keep that space! Pancada plucking Victor out of the air. Crashies diving in towards the side. You're going to see the Viper's Pit on the other side. Now invested towards the side. But the timing, oh! He's got a shot at it!
He's got his ult.
The bullet goes astray, and you're absolutely right. Marv does have his ult. He's going to invest it, and it's just pandemonium. FNS going to find Aspas trying to back away, but the 2v2, the plant's going to come in. He's got to know. It's been adjusted. FNS has seen him. He's seen everything with this, and Marv again from the shadows. This man is always behind him. He's got another, and now the one man in the ult. That is it. Less to try and turn the tides. And he's been found. F&S has him. Optic have actually got us to finals now. 1 apiece. The best of 5 is back on. 13-6, Mike. That was a
in terms of having the foundations there to achieve it.
So we go in, it will be Loud on the attacking side and Optic on the defending side. Yeah, you're going to be noted very swiftly here, and it's a relatively straightforward piece. Aspas going to crack the site open, taking down F&S, and the follow-up just as sharp. 2 already for Aspas, and the site's theirs.
Sassy and Aspas coming in. The shock dart doing any damage initially. Aspas trying to slip closer and closer to the ball, and actually Victor pops in, and Crashes finds a second.
Have they equaled this up? The spike's not been planted, so now there's problems. Pancada and Les, where are you going to try and bail this out from? I guess Les's position. Doing his best Marvin impression at this point. All the way around. See if you can make any impact out of this. Noting no one should relay big information to Pancada, who's in a whole lot of danger. He's in so much trouble. And now Pancada can at least find 1, but he lost Les in the meantime. He's got 2 players in front of him. Optic somehow hold back the flood there.
It's a 3v5 as well. Technically 3v4 with Les being so disconnected, but the Sheriffs in the hands of Aspas and Sassy finding damage on the way back through, but Victor goes huge. Beautiful play inside the smoke there. And that's a scary stat. Optic, the only team in history to beat Loud on Breeze. That's mind-blowing. There's just so many storylines, so much history to this matchup as well. And there's common denominators between it. With Loud's few losses here and there, how many of those are accredited to Optic?
The perpetual nemesis, it feels like. Just gravitating towards each other. So hard to avoid each other, it feels, but always providing some of the best games we've seen. And there's contact made. Yay. Gonna go out the better in that one. Walk away sitting pretty. On the other side, Aspas down to 24.
No confirmation behind that though, but it being Aspas, a big indicator. And the wall to confirm it as well. Potentially a couple bits of utility. They're not feeling any pressure just yet though.
No, but they should be able to get the spike planted. They've fought Sadak, and now with that going in, Ye's going to fall back a little bit, be a little bit more careful. Crashy's just farming. So far, no threats. Have to see if they're able to find enemies. They do try and take a step towards the side. Pancada less, all forced away, and only 1 to 4. It'll be Pancada finding Ye. The defuse will come in. 4 standing for Optic, no problems yet.
I think Loud just banking on getting away with the extra 300 from this, especially with Aspas taking such an early tag. 2 on the board for Optic, 4 left standing. Actually, even if Ye wants to ride this through with potentially just a headhunter, no, you're going to throw a rifle in the mix. And the light shield. Crashy's great early progress towards that Hunter's Fury as well. And 3 light shields here for Loud. Aspas, Sassy, Les. Stacked up here outside B once again. And that dart going to be sent towards backside. That should imply that this is a fairly pacey hit if that dart is sent immediately.
I don't think it will know much because they're playing so far forward. Forced to challenge now, Marvel alone. He's now in danger actually. Kind of left by front pillar. Swings it off the flash. Still going to post one back, but couldn't get back quick enough. Les is already there and taking the side control. Spike can go down somewhat uncontested unless Crashies just goes head first through this. Not the case. Passing the Aldrone, spoiling the players, and should be able to start stepping towards the site. No one's watching the cross until then. Sassy going to swing back out, leaving just Victor and Crashies here.
Marshall to work with, but Crashy's got so close here. Aspas completely unaware of the possibility.
How is he here? How is he here?
What?
How did he get there?
What were Loud doing on site? What was being held?
Apparently nothing.
Crashy just slips into Loud's formation on that post plant. I mean, the first is a given. The second and the third, outrageous.
Give me the replay.
He's to right.
Whose job was it?
Close right. One ladder. Close side, ladder. Holy shit! Oh.
Yeah, we're all surprised.
Cool, calm, and collected in comms as well.
Yeah.
Almost the expected outcome.
I'm dazed. after that one. And Loud will be furious at that too. The outcome, not the problem. It was how they got there that's the issue, and Marv
Out of my way.
trying to get in their faces. But that's a recoverable rifle. Eventually. Flash can go through, catch Victor on the jump peak. Aspas now at least has the angle to play with. Wall goes up. Spray in on this. Do they have that rifle back in hand yet? There it is.
Aspas just grabbed it
Oh,
for
but
finesse.
Finesse, this is perfect. He's going to see one! One slips through, but that's fine. Sack tries to backfill it. The tag, that's good enough. A 3v3 now, still chaotic enough that it could go down either way, but no progress to the site itself. And Crashes, are you kidding me, dude? You can't walk main dry. This guy is just filthy with it. Infuriating. Crashes just adding insult to injury. Wow, thought they had a real nice shot here on this one. They're trying to make something happen, but Sadak shot. Gets Victor. Needs one more, but it's Jay, the final boss. And they have no idea where he is. Going through the motions, predicting the backside of cave, but Ye posted up by Yellow spots him. 5 HP, Mike. It's not enough, surely.
Good flash to work with. Still got the fragment. Yeah, he does have the operator, so he's gonna try and creep onto a close angle. The flash, I think, just landing. See Ye's reposition here, but the knife could change this if it removes the headhunter, but Sadak posted up.
Oh, Ye steps in. Has scored Sadak out. Nullifying the threat that could have come from this, but again, we look at, I want us to really dissect what we're seeing from Optic there. Almost over-facing, over-peaking, taking very aggressive fights against Sheriffs and Alt, bits and pieces.
I mean, similar to what we saw in Ascent, right? A little more unleashed here, because like you said, previously Optic have looked very good in anti-ecos.
Oh yeah.
Crashes though, making this doable. And again, key damage done onto Sadak. Needed the ace to close things out, but already drawing out a timeout.
They know they're going to be tested, but again, we look at which tempo and pace Optic will come in with. Is it going to be the over-aggression, the disrespect, or the more patient, deep hold? Noting 3 on the knife there.
The knife above shop, actually. Les going to try and get himself into a position, but eyes on the minimap. Look at Ye. He's already looking to challenge the back lines. Sorry, Victor. My mistake. Over towards Cannon. FNS not challenging just yet.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful here. Chomping at the bit on the other side. You can already see the close down. Aspas wanted him dead. Gets him out of there. Sadak going to connect towards stairs. That depletes Marv, but the answer came back from Crashies. I didn't think he was going to get it, but Sassy's going to pop his ult as well. Ye still firing, still dodging the Hunter's Fury. But Les has been given so much room, but surrounded on both fronts. What can Les do with this? Has to pick up the pace now.
Yes,
And that's the problem. He's heard the steps. He's already been seen and considered. Defuse going to come through, and Les can do nothing about this one. Has to sit and watch as the defuse is made. Final blow given by Ye, but already we're seeing a really comprehensive look from Optic here.
And Victor has so much space to work with. He actually, I'm pretty sure he updrafts over that trap wire. Nobody's within earshot. Les starting very early on. There's no challenge on mid from Optic. Giving Les that space, but it counts for nothing. It's a very pacey retake. Optic reading into actually the tendencies very early on that it's maximum 4. The backstab's coming eventually, but they equalize numbers on site.
I want to see if they try and re-explore middle now. They've had a little bit of success with that, and 0 challenge for Les. Now, obviously, they were really hard committing towards the side by then, but speaking of hard commit, Optic are back challenging in cave. They are just getting under their skin at this point.
Well, Des talked about it. Loud now, looking as if they're spread a little thin across the map. Trying to find some point of weakness here to exploit. Ye actually has the benefit of that spy cam being behind the wall.
Oh, he can just get posted on this too if he wants to be.
See, the spy cam's not going to catch him. If Ye can post up here, he's actually going to swing it.
Quick as lightning, this guy. Les is gone.
And with the reads already on Les, you should see this rotation coming through. There's already 3 members towards A site. You can see now Ye looking to explore towards mid.
This is perfect. He's the shot! Bankada hands it out. Yay. Kept in check. That means Spike can get put back in hand, but no free cross here. Marv wanted to maybe police that. Sassy's got his back. Spike now can be ferried across towards the site, but Is there a little pocket on the A side that I'm seeing here?
30 seconds
Okay, it's
left.
just Victor chilling by the wall for now. Now we're going to have the kind of opposing numbers. The rotation isn't safe
The
either.
drone
The
clears it.
owl drone is great. Victor doesn't get away with his naughtiness. Dealt with by the door, and now crashes in FNS. Out of position here. I thought maybe that player was sitting a little deeper. I think it was Aspas. Might have checked on them, but they've stuck towards the site. And at the point, rightly so. Good choice by Aspas, and Crashies opting to save.
Like I said, we were going to note if Loud were to adjust here, and even after conceding less in that lurk position with the spy cam, just looking to garner some map control, prevent Optic from actually doing what happened in the previous round. But it's a great adjustment. Sassy actually coming back through to back up Pancada. Well, Crash is going to be able to hold on to this operator here. Pancada's on the hunt. Time all but expired by now. You see though, the cogs turning, and the response is great from Ye because it's less. There's nobody else noted. Ye's on that angle, like I said, unnoted from the spy cam. He knows there's no setup towards Cannon. Ultimately, I don't even think anybody could pass into elbow there. So he has free reign to come back. That's why this kill right here, Pancada, so crucial to the outcome of this round.
Doing great work. It's actually broken all of the money here.
It's wild to see 5-1 on the scoreboard.
And that be the buy after
That
the
would
first
be the
loss.
purchase, yeah.
Yeah, the Guardian coming in for Crashies. Ye does have Tour de Force.
I think
Obviously,
Ye's
it's fine
actually just
if you want to
cycled
do
a rifle
Headhunter.
through. He's just dropped a rifle through, so
Yeah.
as close to a full purchase.
So it's double op, essentially.
Yeah.
Victor retaining the operator. Brought across here for him. First time we get to see them tested by this double operator. So I'll see how Loud looks trying to navigate their way through here. See if they can work out where these reside. It's a full play lean towards the A side. No one top mid. So much pressure on Victor's shoulders if they do go back towards that B side, which, as it stands, they're running through the time. They're not in a hurry here.
Concern being if Optic do slip back into a deeper hold. Typically, you would expect that with the pseudo double operator setup. See, Victor just tasked with anchoring. Does have the blade storm, so he can pop that. If he does feel a little bit of pressure as Loud creep closer and closer to elbow with this owl drone. Nothing found, but Spike heading towards Victor and the wall going up. That should be a big indicator for Optic.
30 seconds left.
This has to be huge for Victor. This is such a pressure moment for him. And the support's on the way, but he is alone for now. And alone he stands. Takes down less, looks towards connector. Spots another, takes another. Pops the ult, looks towards the side. Didn't overcook it just yet. Still hunting, still fighting, still fragging out.
Spike down.
Somehow
10 seconds
Victor
left.
keeps his cool, keeps the sight against all of the players. And Sassy, sadly with only 3 seconds, can't make a difference now. That was a critical round for Victor.
Beautiful adjustment as well. Knowing that Loud have slipped back into a much more sparse setup, waiting to receive this aggression. They burn up so much utility early on and so much time on the clock. Ultimately, you push it on to, yes, it's a solo hold from Victor, but you slow creep into a site here versus
One enemy remaining.
an operator. Ye even there to pick up a second kill from Archers. Beautiful stuff. And Loud actually will continue with this. See again. And the wall invested here actually almost as a curveball. Try and maybe enable an early peak, but nobody towards double doors. But yeah, now you're going to get even more aggressive.
Way more proactive towards the B site now. I guess off the back of the Viper's pits. They are making this map seem so small. Now the correct answer though is Aspas exploring through tube. That contact made, that information gathered,
Victor's here though.
noting that it was potentially open. But the door's already been shut, and Victor noting the barrel, comfortable on the shot. But a potential found, but it just instantly got closed in his face.
Whether or not this is a trend to continue now, Optic in the early round looking to very quickly disrupt one extremity. Force the hand of Loud. Actually, Sadak almost rewarded for his bravery there behind the owl drone. Will tag FNS. Sadak's got forwards. Completely unconsidered. Less doubles down for it. FNS will fall.
Okay, they've got a player advantage finally, and spike planted. Yes, there's the flank coming in, but that should be checked when they have the numbers to deal with this. Crashes! Catches the glimpse! Forcing the body to drop. But there, waiting on the other side is Less. The grand equalizer for Loud, who is always delivering on so many fronts. Yeah, he's out of there. First time we're really seeing Loud starting to get a grip on some of these rounds.
And that's with that early aggression. I said that it's literally bespoke to dig Less out of a position, find one kill on the extremity, and force Loud into a less favorable position. They actually get through. Like I said, Sadak, not initially rewarded, but gets way ahead of the expectation of FNS. Moving in tandem with that Owl drone. Second on the board for Loud, but already this half heavily in favor of Optic.
I mean, if they can maybe string a couple more together, more than happy to see it close in a little bit. Now looking at the purchase that can come through this round as well. It's lacking in some areas for Optic, but on the other side, Alt's getting real close by. Aspas one away as well. You got 3 already hitting in. This is starting to look like Loud could potentially close this, Mike.
Expect them to potentially string a couple together here on the back of this ult cycle. Pancada has a Viper's Pit to convert. A post-plant scenario. Aspas actually gets the Blade Storm online as well. Less. Look at the position he's now forced to play. I think actually Sadak making moves with this null command to try and make use of it as deep as possible in tube, but Crashies showing restraint here.
We haven't seen him lean door yet, have we?
There's been barely any challenge towards mid.
Yeah. Ooh, and door pop. It's going to call Marv to attention, but doesn't actually know anyone just yet, surprisingly, even though there are 2 players there. And Crashies is posted on this as well. No one really to deal with the main pressure apart from Victor, but apparently he's good for it. But the trade does come through. Sussy going to punish as he tried to readjust away. Just a glimpse caught towards Tube, but patience being shown by Loud. They're not quite heading towards the site yet.
No pressure coming through mid either. Actually, the flash might come through this smoke, but Crashies turns it. Less has actually found a kill here. Crashies has to find something in response. He's found the first, a headshot on the second, but falls.
Not quite enough damage done yet. Yeah, and FNS, the last 2 standing. Spike is down, so Loud has the time in their favor. Left's on the swing, and he's been so instrumental in Loud succeeding in some of these rounds. Now the Viper utility not really going to slow down the roll here, but this pop flash could be it. Let's see if they feel the timing right. There it is, goes in, and the swing. It's gorgeously done! Sadak leading in that round to perfection. Loud starting to get back in this game.
Chipped away at that round score and chipped away at the economy as well. 3 players going to be struggling here for Optic. Victor and FNS, the only ones probably to invest here, but remove those ultimates from Optic, and Loud, like I said, in a position to really string a few together. That's 2. Still got the Blade Storm, still got the Viper's Pit. Sassy actually back on the brink of the Hunter's Fury as well. Nothing on the table for Optic.
Apart from Victor just being sent to the blender. Aspas was waiting this time around. And similar scenes on the other side of the map. Less sharp with it. Crashy's trying his luck, but Les looks so ready. Yeah, extremely diligent read from Les. And only Ye to find impact, as this default we've been seeing held has actually succeeded pretty nicely. Now, there are still 2 players who can cause a problem. That's a rifle recovered, so maybe a chance at more danger, but the HP's already low for Crashies. And with the spike going down, they've got everything working in their favor.
I was going to say, no way that actually lands and kills Crashies. But it does.
It does.
Even here, you look at what's taken away from this. Pancada's fallen, but a big cushion.
Oh, Les is on the hunt.
Well, he didn't hear anything here. Yeah, does he actually check through cannon, but...
Would he have noted that the rifle's gone? I guess he wouldn't have known when that was dropped. Or at least actually collected, so... Sanjay gets to slip away here. Play his life and keep that rifle into the next couple of rounds, because we do now have Loud building a little back into this game. This is enough. This is a buffer coming through.
It's barely costing them anything as well. hold on to the operator. 4 left standing. Sadak back 2 away from the null command. Still got the Viper's bit. Loud are achieving this with minimal investment. It's just disgusting. Sure.
Last player standing.
Especially if Loud don't have to invest anything again.
I mean, Loud are laughing. They've carved themselves the perfect start to this round. He wants to follow up Aspas, ripping through 2 of them. And Optic getting a stark reminder that this is not over yet. This series is only getting started. Pancada in the meantime going to collect on Ye. And here's the bailout! As quick as lightning, Aspas almost going to catch Crashies too. And they're just hunting him down the spawn at this point. Down solo, trying to stay alive.
Spike planted.
He's just on the run. There's a player to his right. There's just nowhere to get out of here now.
That's already got back behind this. 39 HP for Crashies, and we already talked about the finances. And with this round, actually, Crashies will find one, but Loud have already stacked the deck, have every ultimate available for the next. Sassy seals the deal. Loud claw their way back into this half. Just
Last
one round
round
separating them,
before the
4 unanswered here.
This grit and determination coming out from Loud.
I mean,
look at this.
This is just ridiculous.
Oh, it's dreamy.
The flick on the second.
Oh,
show me that one.
I could watch it for days.
I'll
I
find
could
it.
watch it for days. They heard you call. They heard you call.
What is that?
What are you meant to do against that? Oh,
I'd say, I mean, the benefit of that round ending like that is there's barely any utility use, right? So this
Sure.
lesser purchase actually doesn't have as many gaps as a long, drawn-out round, right?
yeah, you're right. Just how much
So,
Loud has to
the
work
one
with,
saving
though.
grace, right?
Yeah, brilliant. How's that silver lining? Real thin. But at this point, look at all of where?
That's big, though.
Where the hell did he just get a
That was in cave.
free kill?
That was
Fair
literally
enough.
from stairs to cave.
Okay. All right, well, Aspas gone. After having probably the most impactful round thus far. Highs and lows. Sassy trying to find that instant information, but Ye is there.
Spike down.
Left
A.
in the corner. Delivers the bullet. And it's Sassy, Les, and Benkada, but Les is still...
That's
Such
well,
a
now he
problem.
knows.
Wow, now he knows. Hello, there's someone else here. It's Crashies. Oh, the timing, but the adjustment better. Utility not quite what he wanted to at least facilitate a safe cross, but the spike's on the way. You got to make something out of this, Pancada. You got to do something to save your team. He's going to have to pull the trigger on the first, the second, and the third. Not going to happen. Ye flies in, and he's still trying to fire off. Looking for the follow-up here. Spike down the double swing. Finally gets put to bed, and the scoreline, Mike, we're at 6-6.
I mean, how Loud...
Looking out for that could maybe be the swing factor of Optic picking up this map or Loud.
I mean, potentially for Marv to come online, he was punished a number of times looking for those kind of pop flash plays early on in the round. So really here, looking for him to write that. And yes, you can talk about just looking at the numbers there, 2 and 9, but it's the manner in which he was dying.
Is there anything
Number
to
of
stop
times.
Ye?
No, there isn't.
Right.
Loud's all the way, literally all the way posted deep on B is 3. Pancada. Now maybe as the wall goes up, they might consider the possibility. Another rotation coming through nice and early. It's Aspas here with the Sheriff. Optic will pause for a moment here. I don't know if they're just allowing this paranoia to build, but as I said, 4 players have made their way to this side of the map already.
Won't see the commit. There's already one out on the side, Ye, trying to be a nuisance, but he's in danger. Instantly threatened by Pancada, who gets to deal with him in time to be able to turn around and try and do some chip damage, but it's Aspas finding Victor. It's all going their way. It's all looking good. The shot to the back of the brain. Pancada denies Crashies. He followed up with F&S. Loud strike first in the second half.
Great awareness shown as well. Ye actually crosses into that corner closer to the double doors in Tube. Means he's out of range. He can't put his second TP down. There's no fail-safe there. Beautiful crunch there between Aspas and Pancada, actually. And these Sheriffs paying dividends here in the pistol. starting to get fired up as well as they take the lead here. Just the light shield here for Optic. Yay. 6 headhunter shots to make something work with. Like it might be a fast mid piece on the back of this poison orb, or maybe just try and post the A up a little deeper. And they've achieved that very early on. Problem being with how deep Loud will play on B, they're just playing off the back of this spy cam. So Yay not going to be given much freedom once he crests this corner. Yes, he noted there.
Taken out.
Deals with it somewhat early on because look who's creeping. Crashies. They have no idea. He's behind him again. Not again, Crashies. Not again! He's done it to him! Finds less. And noted one towards CT2. Sassy is going to be called to attention. He'd love to get that upgrade if he can. And yes, he does. Even better. And look how quick Marv's here.
I mean, look at Loud. They're a million miles away.
What
Just about coming back through
this?
now. Sassy's here, but Spectre in hand. That Bulldog could go to work.
Glorious
Big
snipe,
info.
though. Couldn't ask for anything better. Sassy going to try and be brave, be the first man forward. Trade me if you must. We got to get a move on here. There's 4 players watching this cross. That flash forced them all away. Crashies need some help. They've got to be standing here like a shooting squad. Look at them all. Lined up, dropped, down, Loud. Back in on the site.
I mean, how Crashies has got into that position. Yay removes the spy cam, and on the back of that draws the attention of Less. I think Sassy, he's only jump spotting there, so Crashies finds the god timing to slip into main. And there's a point there where you see Spectres and dribs and drabs on the retake, and you think actually Crashies can go to work, play distance with that Bulldog, but Loud close it out. Holding their composure.
Okay. Bonus, how's it looking? What we got?
I mean, pretty well-rounded, honestly. Sassy going to ride through with a Sheriff, but 3 Bulldogs to work with here. Again, how we expect Loud to play, posted up on deep angles, but Aspas and Sassy immediately walking through here. Sanak's been found elsewhere.
Oh, but the timing,
Can they catch Yay here?
Yeah, they might be able to. Yay, not sure if he's even going to be considering this yet. No, he's absolutely not. He's gone down. Sassy's the one to actually get him, but damage done across the board. Both players now swarming the body to get the rifle. Aspas going to get that upgrade. But on the other side of the map, the victory is coming in. Already going to clear out the site from the 2 players defending it. So you have to look at how much damage Aspas and Sassy can actually achieve. And, well, Aspas is quite quick to it, but this is a difficult plant to try and work your way back in on.
And Sassy's still on that Spectre. Aspas, rifle in hand. Don't expect Optic to over-challenge here. We'll try and keep as many of these rifles online as possible.
I like this swing, though, them committing towards CT side so they can potentially have the exits, knowing that, obviously, that challenge on Yay came in.
Done.
Well, but Victor's the one you got to be concerned about. Sassy actually finds Crashies.
Okay. Okay, Sassy, fair enough. Still going to be going for
Player
this.
standing.
It's a bit of a slap back from Victor there. Good chip damage, and they're actually down to 2. So actually not bad economy damage at this point. You'll take that. You will not be winning the round here, but they've done what they wanted. They get to keep the rifle as well. Not too bad either. So a bit more damage than I'm sure Optic would have liked, and a small bonus for Aspas as well.
We will see exactly where purchase will lie for Optic on the back of that. It's going to be light shields scattered across some of these rifles. Marv's going to be struggling though. Actually does get, I think, the drop from Crashies potentially. Be able to get everybody online, but Loud with a slight advantage in that regard. Viper's bit available for Pancada. Marv does have that null command. Still sitting at 2 and 12 here. Optic looking to address mid just a little bit. And similar to how we saw Optic defend, there's a lack of presence here.
Okay, only catches 1. I thought I actually might have gone more, potentially. I think just dipping in towards the drop. Actually managed to evade the full information off the back of the knife. Aspas on top. Dip down there. As the 3-2 split towards the A side. Now, Utility committed towards the door, but they still have a way in, and Marv actually got 2 in that. I don't know how he got both, but he did. Unless he's forced to CT, he can no longer really have any say in the matter. That spike's going down. Now, maybe on the retake, we know that these guys have a ridiculous high standard of capability on these playback-ins, but a 3v5 is a really tall task, and Victor is the first challenge you have to get past. If you want in, ping down, and the reply, Pancada sends it right back to him. FNS dead, and we're in a 3v3. Marv was already low. Suddenly not as impossible as it was before. Gonna force the hand that feeds. Sassy gonna try and send this one forward. Does he catch a tag? No, it's Ye in the meantime to find less. The flash slowed down Pancada, and it's looking like they might have just run out of time on this.
And if that Hunter's Fury does even just one tag onto Marv, looked like two were lined up there in main. Would have made it doable, but Optic respond well. Ye finding a kill here. Looks like they will equalize here. Pancada can find an exit, but expect him to wait this one out. West did carry through 2300 here. Actually, Advantage is kind of swinging back towards Optic in terms of this ultimate cycle. Well, his ears must have been burning. Look at that entry from Marv. Knowing full well, actually, with an ult command going, he can be traded fairly comfortably with, I think, Victor and FNS backing him up through double doors there. But 2 for 2 on the half now. Look at the purchase here for Loud. The Guardian, the Bulldog. A couple of light shields as well. Big info once again from Sadak.
And a mid challenge coming down as well for Aspas. Gonna spot, I think that was FNS. But yeah, he's already potentially gone outside of the angle. He's diligent enough to check, but he copped a headshot on the way out. Aspas down to 3, but Les gonna help him out. That's a big punish, actually. Yo going down, but look at the space that Victor's found as well.
Sadak's just coming up the road now. The tag actually onto Pancada is punished.
Absolutely is. Victor now just going to try and unleash, take the space away, 15 HP, but he's got themselves the site at least. They can maybe work out from this one, but you got to look towards Sadak potentially to cost them the cross. Can't do it. Has to at least give that one up. The flank's on the way. Aspas coming around on 3 HP. It ain't much, but it could do some damage here. Victor playing up close towards yellow as well. Spike now down, time in Optic side, but this post plant is not comfortable at all.
Aspas doesn't spot anything on default either. Marv now looking to challenge and finds the headshot, lands it. Aspas will fall.
Standing ahead.
Actually going to send that recon bolt through. Sadak still struggling to get anything done through the door. And actually, let's swing back to the yellow. He's found the first.
Yeah, let's fight some more! Loud right back in this game! Taking the lead away! Tearing it out of Optic's hands to defuse the formality to it.
I mean, you look at some of these setups, you think Loud that, yeah, there's no way. Sadak has so much to deal with, so much pressure coming towards him. Unless just slips the net. Gets ahead of that. Sassy with the perfect timing on that backstab. That's even after Optic just showed it's literal perfection sometimes.
Yeah.
Get out of my way!
Sparky's bit off the rip here for Pancada. And try and slow down any progress towards B. Does still have less here. See, actually, Optic were trying to get ahead of this, potentially.
Take flight.
I don't know if Crashies can figure anything out with the drone.
Timing on the knife, pretty decent as well. Looking at the exploration mission from Aspas. Once again, down tube. So if they do double back, probably going to be the early warning signal at the very least. The worst, the downfall of them falling away. But not the first time we've seen them explore this, so hopefully it's on the priority list if you are Optic to stay diligent to check this on the way back around.
Aspas, though, at least going to hear the sound cue of that jump peak. You see he pops the dash on the back of it. That's just damage here. It's FNS to make sure that kill doesn't come through, and the mid split's right through. Victor trying to get within a Blade Storm.
He has to try and close that down, finally gets suppressed, but by now the damage is done. Sassy's there, but the reply comes in, death from above. Now the 4v3, numbers favorable towards Optic. They can get the plant. A quick flank from Pancada, and they've kept their space on the side. They still have Tube, they still have CT, but what they do now have is a man behind them. It's Pancada on the flank, but the Viper's Pit in position. There's a player to his left, and the timing could work out here. Crashies get the timing just right. They seem aware of this. Ye already looking this way, and Crashies done him dirty. Got Pancada dead. And now the final two players who are allowing a little bit of time for work feel irrelevant to the outcome. How are they meant to get back into this? step into the green and just hope for the best. Not finding anything here.
Player
Marv
standing.
actually finally coming through with that flash. The trade comes through, crashes to clean it up. Optic tie things up. This is on the back of early on. There's no rotation on the back. You can see the pings coming on the back of that Viper's fit, but Optic just set themselves up to pop through double doors. Beautifully executed. Celeste and Pancada is so far away from this, they can't really slow that down. See now, actually, if Optic feel as if they have a bit of freedom in mid, whether or not they actually resort back towards splitting a site. Loud back down on 2 Sheriffs, a Stinger, a Bulldog. Blade Storm available for Aspas though. Zanax immediately through cave.
Huge information.
Vital so early on.
And it really reassures Aspas he is in the right place
Yeah.
for this. Now, eventually we'll have to pay attention towards main. Eyes trained on towards mid, and he's really made a meal of it. Nightmare scene does get at least the Stinger, but it's really not much to be writing home about here. Could have done with a kill off that. But the fast flank is in. Now Crashy's very diligent, but I think just missed the timing on the window and saying all of this. Sadak, how much more can he do though? It is a 4v3, but the weaponry's still good, but they are pinned in towards elbow, Mike. Needs someone to bail him out from here, and FNS tried, but didn't get what he wanted.
Now, Pancada with his Bulldog has to go huge, and he's found the spike. Crashies will fall. Gonna spot out Victor as well. A little bit of damage to follow up the second kill there. FNS tries to respond, but Aspas closes things out. The thrifty response from Loud. And that's with Aspas cooking it with the Blade Storm.
The fast flank coming
Oh
through,
my
so many
God.
things going right. That little bit of window of time where Crashy's almost caught him as he crossed in towards window, and the punish that was picked up towards, I think it was Ye there. Again, the timing great for Loud, but perfect responses in kind, nothing working out on the other side. And this was the start of things, whole lot of information, and again, with that fast walkout, they already kind of knew that. So really making it count in the thrifty, and back and forth again we go. 9 to 10 now.
Similar position to earlier, actually. There's no comfort in the finances here.
That's bad. How far would you go? Let's see. 'Cause it looks quite all in from Optic,
Yeah.
genuinely. This seems very direct, not particularly exploring many other options, which will lead to their own problems.
And Loud happy to give it up. Neither Sadak or Pancada
Aspas is
challenge.
walking this. Yeah, he's walked straight up from door, and
What?
no one was watching it. Just dipped right back on in, and now this problem's galore, but Ye on the bailout, ready to save the day again. Melted and burned down, but still alive. And Optic are panicking. And now surrounded, they didn't get to the deeper post plants. The pop flash to bail them out. Does at least give them a little bit more freedom, but the instantaneous trade. Res gonna come in, maybe not. Toyed with. Oh, Ye predicts the push back in perfectly. And did Victor even see him? I do not know. We're tied all even. Answer right back in kind here for Optic.
What was that headshot from Victor? The Viper wall was up. What a ridiculous response here. Yay, going huge for Optic. The second here onto Aspas as well. Resets to this position. Perfect read on the timing. Show me the Victor kill. Like, that was ridiculous to close that out.
Oh, but they've
It comes
shattered
back.
the money
It
now.
comes back to the same thing. No financial comfort. It's 10 apiece now.
And it's scrappy buys in here. We've got an operator with a light
Yes,
armor.
he
And we've
walked
got,
it off the rip.
They both walked it. They're both here. They're both here. Let's just hold it the window. Sassy, audacious play, and the follow-up for less. 2 picks back to back. Perfect start for Loud.
And even here with FNS in position for this very reason. Sassy isolates Marved. Crash is going to come through with the drone here. Already less left to handle B site, at least on the back of the spy cam. Not really sure if it was noted there, but yeah, it was. Crashes comes through. Keep your eyes on Victor though. He's got himself into tunnel already here. Sassy slipped into archway. He's planning on playing off contact here, but Victor's come through and he's found the kill.
Okay, it's 3 of them here. Now just 2, so it should be fine, right? You got Crashies and Ye with an operator though, and a little bit of room to work here. Straight towards the side they go. They want to shut this man down. They want him dead to rights. They want him gone. They want him buried. Who dares step forward first? Crashes by pillar, spots one, takes one. Trade comes in, it's all on Ye. Now the problems start to really mount, and lovely work from Aspas, the timing good. Diffuse gonna come in and Loud once again take the lead. But Mike, the start of that round in my mind was everything.
It really was. And like I said, FNS, or Optic in general, prepared for this, right? But Sassy still threads the needle, finds that first blood. And then even less there, the contingency plan on it.
One enemy remaining.
Such a ballsy play to make here. Optic will now feel the pinch again. It's actually crazy to just look at the money every single round. They're going blow for blow, Lauren.
It is obscene how close this is. The back and forth between these two sides, both elevating in kind every single time. Another bailout on a Thrifty or an individual pop-up for a really creative play. This is the grand finals you truly love seeing. This rematch, fabled now. Let's see if it does hold true to a back and forth. This would be Optics if that's the case. This could be the one to double down on though if you are Loud. Make it to 12. Knife going in, good timing. Should note, I thought maybe 2 there, but actually only catching 1.
Well, no, actually, Sadak posts up a little deeper on this. You can see him creeping that way, but crashes here with the spike. Marved has to stand his ground. Both tuck in, and actually Marved comes out on top.
But they hit the brakes. They're not, building off the back of it.
With Victor posted here, though, he's got good information on this rotation. At least he's within earshot. That could be the green light, though, with FNS being suppressed.
They have to go now. Finding Pancada, that it would be looking such an opportunity in the mouth and turning it down. So now already Pong going to come in, but on the other side, that's a connection. Hold on, FNS, can he do the dance well enough? Ooh, keeps his life. Good work for him, and now the plant can come through. 10 seconds, none of these shock darts will find any purchase in time. So now it's the post plant. And Optic, this is looking like it's that silliness of the back and forth, and Ye in the back lines. He's got 3 potential targets in front of him. Headhunter to hand, spots 1, goes a little astray. Let's get across the line towards Les, but predicts Sassy maybe swinging, but Aspas has gotten to the site. Jump spot confirms him there. He's got plenty of problems to try and work through if he wants this. No, they're giving him nothing.
Yeah. No, you've been giving him an opportunity, and Ye comes through, gets around Sassy somehow, slips past this tube hold, and Optic will tie things up now as Sassy desperately tries to hold on to this rifle.
Shot down.
We'll find another one to Ye, but I don't think they can close the distance here. Crashes might actually catch him. No, Sassy sharp to it.
Back and forth. Look at the timeline.
What is that?
From the round 17, it's been back and forth the whole way, and you'd think the economy would have had an impact or something, but it seems to go beyond that. It seems to not care if they're on a Thrifty or if they're on a full buy, if they have ults or not. It is back and forth. Make a wish. This is so ridiculous that we are here. So this should be a Loud round. Now, of course, they have a Stinger, so fantastic. Yeah, they seem great with it.
Look at the adjustment, though. Les and Aspas walking mid early on.
But the site's completely free. Optic are in for free. There's no challenge. And that's devastating. Victor! Insane impact of the spray. He just goes wild in towards middle, and Marv actually gets the benefit, gets the best of Les. And now the plant's in, and they read it perfectly. They could not have made a better guess of this one.
Here.
Aspas, Sadak, Pancada. Anything in the tank here. There's no ways in. They don't have that springboard yet. Where's that first pick going to come from?
Look how deep FNS is playing off this as well. I don't know if he's actually playing for a lineup here, but Loud have to find value on site now. Marv's going to close things off with a frag and actually set up for a flash here. Ye will find a kill.
No, they don't want it anymore. You saw the 180 from Aspas. They are out of there. It looks like Optic might have actually broken the back and forth trend. Finally pulling around back-to-back here. Oh, and Aspas. The shot just missing. And it looks like 12 will be theirs. Optic taking this into map point. Loud still have the chance to find a reply. They need those rifles. They'll keep them. 2 finally combined. Round 22, 23, the first they've got back-to-back in some time here. And it was off the back of this, walking into the open site.
And this is with the Viper's pick going down on A. So Loud feel as if actually they can lock down A and maybe find progress elsewhere. And it's mid they have their sights set on.
Is there anything more Loud can do? Bulldogs, bits and pieces, scraps, Mike. They haven't got much.
They really haven't. Blade Storm for Victor. Hunter's Fury for Crashies. And the crowd behind the green wall now. Sassy showing a little more restraint here. It's the Owl drone to clear through. Ye actually posted up in anticipation of Aspas. You can see on the X-ray. Almost kindred spirits here.
Get out of my way.
Predicting this so well, knowing that Aspas would love to have impact in a round like this. Weaken the other side, but he doesn't want to overdo it, overextend. This is all guesswork. This is all just consideration. And a bit of timing. Aspas, this could be everything for you and your side, or it could be dead and gone. It could be all for nothing, and that is a problem. Now you're surrounded, you don't know how much danger you're in. You just saw it. Aspas has to run. Gets to keep his life, 87 HP, and he's still standing. And he's gone back for more! He's got mobbed! That's a spike now seen as well. So telling of this time. The rest of the team is on the way through caves, adjust so well, punishing it. Oh! Can you believe it? Aspas beheads Crashies, and the other two turn plan. They're looking towards B. They want none of what he's selling. And off towards B we go. Victor and FNS, can you close it, or is it OT
30
again?
seconds left.
Less. The angle is gorgeous.
Enemy remaining.
The kill towards Victor. The follow-up is there. It's deserved at this point. It's going OT.
What an insane exchange of rounds here in that second half of Breeze. There is nothing separating these teams. Bar 800-900 credits in some of these purchases. Absolutely ridiculous. Heroics from Aspas. Another outrageous Blade Storm kill.
How? How does he do it?
Enemy remaining.
And Les as well, playing his life so effectively. FNS
Safe
actually
play.
gets spotted on the spy cam. Les slips away. He makes them deep clear all the way through B site and punishes that.
Such a safe pair of hands there. Okay, looking like the last cannons on either side, but it's Victor to really don it on towards this. You're running that.
This is the first time we're going to see Optic address mid with a potential flash play here on the defense.
There's the flash. No one was actively working at that point towards taking space or actively holding the angle, seeing a little bit deeper towards bottom mid. So I wonder if Victor gets any reward for this.
I mean, Pancala and Sassy literally just have a crossfire set up right now. They're expecting Optic to walk mid. Because out of double doors, but with an operator, how deep does he actually push through here?
He's committing on it. Yeah. The Owl drone, he just saw it. Does he get to be able to tuck in?
I don't think he saw Victor though.
No.
He's going forwards.
He hasn't been seen. Victor's got away with just daylight robbery. He just avoided the Owl drone. He's still in middle, but he's being chased down. Pancada's out there as well. The hunter becomes the hunted, but he gets to slip away, and he's gone unnoted.
Oh my
Ow.
god. Actually, Sadak is making his way with the spike back over here. And the other side thing.
Who's on the side?
Pancada hasn't been noted.
How's Pancada got this far? Completely unnoted. They can't rotate.
Surely he backstabs archers here.
30
Surely.
seconds.
Surely. But now though, Ye under so much scrutiny here, feeling all of that pressure coming his way. Les needs to win the fight, doesn't. Now they've got problems. Aspas the one to do it, but that's Pancada. You called it. Takes the fight towards Victor. Now there's no way for anyone to help out. Crash is going to hold the site, but a
10
2v2.
seconds.
They have no time. They got a plan. They got a plan now. Sadak, no gun to hand. He just gets the spike down. That's the best he could do.
Remaining.
Taken out by FNS now. Aspas the 1v2. The one that took them to OT has to go big again. And Crashies is closing the gap. He's got him. Optic. Take the first in OT.
I mean, the swing back and forth in terms of the advantage or the favorable situations here in this round. It's just mind-boggling.
Switching sides.
Pancada wins such an important duel with Victor just ahead of this, then doubles down,
Enemy
but
remaining.
FNS and Crashies, they toe the line, and I'll be honest, if Aspas has any other gun there, he can stay on with the pings coming through, but there's 3 members of Loud
Right place.
to try and hold this down, Lauren.
This is so much. Optic, that knife. Oh,
It's
they only
one.
got one?
And it's Ye, that's the
Of
worst
all
person.
people. But now they're going to see utility committed. But as I said, they started to fall away from the side. Victor trying to get towards the pillar, but he gets caught. Les sends him back. And now it ain't done yet. Spawn another player. Les on the case. Spray goes good. He gets down marked. Five still stand for Loud. They've sent them away. They've sent them running from the gates. Loud finding the answers in the right moment. Now Ye and Crashies. No way have you got a way out of this one. It's all on Crashies now. It looks destined for another go. Crashies, he's got problems left, right, center. The first challenger in front, but probably a bullet to the side of the brain feels inevitable, but he actually gets away.
The blink's
He's got
gone.
50 seconds to work with here.
He's actually spotted Pancada all the way at
He's
bottom mid as
working
well.
this out. Like, he's got big info on this now.
Tons of time to play with as well.
And they're leaving B. No.
Leaving B with less down on 11 HP as well.
No. No? Sure.
He can't get through
He's
that,
got
no.
to go. Okay. So he's dealt with that early enough. 30 seconds. Still giving himself a
Scanning
chance.
ahead.
But
30
he's
seconds
gonna
left.
pull the players back, but he's going to go for a mad rotation now. 20 seconds. Does he have time for this?
And actually being spotted with the Al drones pulled Pancada off this. He's got the time to make it to site. I mean, it's going to take a hell of a lot for anyone on the side of Loud to get ahead of this,
He
but
could have Hunter's Fury potentially if he's able to get the plant, then one more. Look at him. Look at this. He
Oh
knows
my
he's got a
God.
couple of seconds on this one. Away we go. Plant going to come down. Nothing to stop it. He's doing everything. Now, what do they have? Oh, my word. Crash can take a little touch of damage. Sussy got there so fast. 13-13. All even.
a beautiful hold by Loud as well. Even though that's essentially a 5v3, the knife comes through, it marks Ye. Like I said, possibly the worst indicator,
Oh,
right? The
could be
one
a
you'd
low.
almost expect to be posted up on flank control. Optic pop on the back of it. Actually, at that point, the fight comes through with the choke point being their demise. But that number advantage counts for nothing.
El Clasico is delivering.
Yeah.
It really is, yo. I wasn't... and it's such a unique kind of rivalry that is purely forged from just the amount of times they faced each other. Nothing outside of the game. None of that. It's purely all about the game itself. What a brilliant concept. And what a fantastic start. Aspas again rolling it back, finding Victor, and opening up an avenue. They're pressing this hard. They ain't going to back away from this. One towards the stairs, one towards the top side, over by CT. Aldrone doing its thing, but he's got support there. No one to close down the gap, but this is feverish. The pace! 338, the back of the brain's going to hurt. FNS is going to have a headache. And Crashies, Marved, and Ye left in tatters here. What do they do with it?
Got another one. Actually, the Blade Storm comes through, but it's Sadak to seal the deal. The Prime Gaming flawless in round 27
Switching sides.
for Loud to go ahead.
Match point.
Aspas back on the glass cannon. It's Ye on the other side of it this time. Another opener here from Tube. And he gets it so quickly with that updraft. It was just getting ahead of the timing. FNS as well. And you get pinged by the recon bolt or the Aldrone, I'm not even sure, but punished on the back of that. How Sadak and Aspas can find any sort of comfort in that position is beyond
Revealing
me.
area.
Pure chaos. One map apiece. So many opportunities now and a tag towards Sassy, but
Sassy ate that, yeah.
surprised he got to keep his life down to 49. Who takes the advantage in this overall series so far? Yet to be determined. Still, chances here for Optic to close us back in, but a very patient default being toyed with, Mike.
Adjustment here on the utility as well. Les has actually put a trap down towards double doors, I believe. The number of times that Optic leant back into kind of that mid-round split onto a site. The other adjustment being Aspas tucked into that corner on the right side of main. You take a glance at the minimap, you're almost feeling as if Optic are leaning this way, especially with the trap set here. And they're going back towards this split potentially.
Aspas
Victor.
terrifies me though.
Yeah.
This guy's an absolute demon. 25 to 16. He's having a highlight game.
Victor comes away. There's going to be no secondary layer of pressure here.
How'd you get him off this angle? How'd you force him away? Gets suppressed, so he will stand and he'll fight, but that doesn't seem to really fuss
30
him
seconds
much.
left.
30 seconds.
They're not in the door yet.
They're not even out main. There's gonna be one flash and go, and Aspas is ahead of this. Oh, great work from Victor. But there's still problems ahead. There's still players on the side. It's not a safe plant. There's still someone towards the backside itself. That Carter. Oh, and it's great work. Optic so diligent. It's such pressure moments to potentially take us to 14-14. It's on Sadak and Les to dissuade that narrative. Just one, and it looks like we're going to be going again. This game is not over yet. 14-14. What a fated matchup to go so far.
Switching sides.
The patience
Overtime.
on display. But then the concern comes to how disciplined is the site here. Crashies finds the tag. The knife reveals it, but it doesn't paint a picture. Aspas knows at this point, they force his hand. You see Victor there to find that one, but the flash is pixel perfect.
That was so
from Marv.
impressive. So impressive to clear backside. Even just keeping that your mentality about you in such a high pressure situation. And Mike, I got to ask you about this. Are you seeing this too? The double op coming out here in OT. It's both Ye and Victor this time opting for it. This is super dangerous. Now, do they get to... Oh, the timing on this. Nutmegging the players.
Victor's actually anchoring towards
Pressure
me.
again. This true pressure has been so good for Loud. So dangerous to depend on, but once again, it's found some validity. But Carter and Sadak, the ones to find it. Les keeping controlling towards middle. And we didn't even see the operators. They didn't even have a say. These pacey hits from Loud. So outrageous, but so good. And now Victor, irrelevant. Surely. Still has to get past Les in middle, who's just going to play for time. And Loud once again take advantage.
Absolutely backhanding Optic to find another lead here in overtime as we enter round 30. That was a curveball there. If either of those operators had found early value, could have completely changed this. I think actually Sadak lucky to escape there because I think he's spotted initially. Ye post one blind into that poison orb, but he's just out of sight.
Yeah. Oh, I found glowing glasses for you. Nice.
Here.
14,
Just donated
15.
them, I guess.
That's nice. He's off. That's... Excuse me. Has he got
He's going to hear the jump spot though from FNS.
I think so.
Optic back on this mid
They've gone
split
straight
once
through
again.
mid. But again, this also means that Sadak can't fall here, right? Sadak has to play. I don't think he heard him. Now he has. Oh, he can't do it! FNS bests him, and suddenly there's problems. Sadak now all alone. He's got players pouring in. One to the left, two to the front. The flash takes a fair amount of it himself. He can't really play out of it yet. A labored spray, but he holds on. Back to the wall. He still holds on. And now it's all on Crashies. 3 players to find, a spike to plant, and only 50 seconds to do something about it. Spike's down, needs a kill, and he'd get Hunter's Fury. Maybe that could be something. He's composed himself here. Oh, and another spot, 3 bullets in the mag. He falls away. He needs 1 kill. That's what he's desperate for. Another attempt and another death. And no more OTs. Loud. Finally get across the line here. But this is a marathon of a game, Mike.
I mean, just an absolute brawl to the death, a slugfest back and forth. That second half looking fairly all in. Initially here for Optic, it's only 1 member of Loud Sassy.
Where are you?
This A side hold, I mean, that's close enough, but no early burst from Optic. But no progress on the other extremity.
No, they're making quite quick progress here. This should be quite concise if all goes to plan. Clearing out the close corners on towards sewer, but no one really paying much mind to it because we see it. Louder playing a little bit deeper. 1 towards CT, 1 towards Heaven. Victor going to take the space. Force him away and actually take that space himself. Doubling down on that, it's also Crashies, but both taking a little low here. Look at the HP. Crashies, Victor, and FNS, all a little chipped up.
See, Pancada sending through this smoke means he can't actually smoke off the trap on the flank, so he has to wait this out for the time being. The fault line's doing perfect. Actually catching 3 here, less.
Flanks unlocked. Time to get the wrap on as well. Sassy noting 2, but somehow they stay alive. It's Sadak to connect towards Victor, down to 3 now. Sadak waiting on the player and towards Graffiti. Can they get him in time? Pancada pries away FNS, and it's all on 1. And then it was quickly none. 4 playing this back in perfectly. Loud on these retakes are golden.
The fault line was beautiful. They actually only got the 1 kill off the back of that. Les swings through, finds that headshot. Unfortunately, all that damage done early on. And remember, Victor and Crashies, I believe, tucked into Graffiti. was so tagged up. I mean, Sassy should have had those kills, to be honest. He was so close to finding them. Optic 7-0 in revenge matches. And now actually up against the ropes.
But what a bittersweet moment this will be across the board. If you've loved this matchup, again, seeing Loud, for example, go out in groups. Last time we got to see this real matchup go down in another tournament. And what a reply would that be? Revenge truly served best when it's cold. And at this point, already damage! Oh, gonna catch Crashies. It didn't actually get the second player, but again, the walking wounded left. Marv outdoes on one. Quick handling of this. Sassy fired up now.
One enemy remaining.
Leads to Sadax there. It's comfortable in the end. Softened at the start.
That's the fault line, the Siege and the Paint Shell. And like I said, the combo comes through pretty late just to catch Optic off guard. Now we start testing, like I said, that homework factor. Some of the things that Optic set up in the early round. 2 kills on the side of Optic, Victor and Marv to get on the board here. Actually, 2 Bulldogs and a Vandal in the hands of Les here. Very comfortable round 3 setup, actually. Especially now if they want to sit a little deeper and force Optic to explore the map. Deep smoke on A lobby as well. That's actually going to draw Crashies and FNS back here. On the back of that, Les is actually tucked into sewers now with that rifle. He's got a safe TP outside Link.
Right.
Rewarded for the early setup.
Yeah.
And that's just all on the back of that smoke. That smoke draws Crashies and FNS, puts them on high alert, and Les punishes.
The theory's fantastic. Watching it pay off in real time, just perfect. Looks like they are reconvening over towards the A site. Already early work and space taken by FNS. I think Victor's by his side too. Yeah, you're going to kind of linger around middle. And not necessarily a bad call. Correct call as it stands, noting that we do have this less on the other side, sat deep towards kind of the stairs, almost CT, back up towards heaven. So there should be a plan here. I do wonder if they try and get someone potentially early towards CT or get a little ahead of it. It looks like they're trying that, absolutely. Feel they've been given a little bit of freedom here. How much space do they try and take? FNS trying to maybe set up Victor a little here, but see how diligent they are on the way back in. Once again, Loud are notoriously good at this.
FNS caught on that one, and actually the answer might even fall to this, but pinch comes through. Sadak and Lesser found kills. Aspas over the top now. He's found Yay!
He's found Marv. It's just instantaneous. Loud have a talent, and you are watching it in droves.
Look at the HP bars. Barely breaking a sweat. They create that early advantage. Sassy has fallen, but that's it. A tag onto Les.
It's all peaches and cream for them when they're working back in like that. I've never seen it look so easy.
That's the 3rd converted with 4 standing. And it's all on the back of this early setup, removing Crashies. What a beautiful round once again from Loud. It's ridiculous. And that's the plan from the get-go. You see, as soon as that first blood's drawn, they know they have the 5v4, they have numbers advantage. They reset back into that retake setup. Guardian, 2 stingers to work with here for Optic.
Looks simplistic, straight through towards Garage if it keeps going this way. Yeah, gonna actually catch Bankada. No Tim falling away. And take Garage. Now they're gonna seemingly prop up one, gonna leave potentially Crashies in towards that and explore the rest of the map. They had everyone else sat towards the bottom of the middle, but it's over towards A long they're exploring. See Victor potentially note that. Less gonna be forced off the angle as Optic start to look to potentially threaten that B site.
Well, no, Victor actually pops the run it back.
Oh, nice.
I know they're going to force Les off, and actually the spam comes through. Victor, he's found the kill.
But Sadak's here. Sadak is here and they have no idea. They have absolutely no idea. There's Sadak among them. He's going to find one. FNS falls quickly to the frenzy, but he doesn't get it. Where's the spike and all that's being planted? That's going down. Made something out of nothing in this one, Optic. Didn't have the best buy, but made it work. Sassy and Aspas. So much room to try and clear through and so little concept as to where they are.
Optic going to play this one passively as well. It's just Victor to hold close contact. Still got 2 flashes to work with, actually. The close range here, the Stinger going to cause real problems on the way back through onto B site. Sassy going to try and find something here at least. We'll catch one in the seas. And going to pull the trigger now. Finds Aspas. Sassy trying to get away with this. Potential to do a little bit of damage, but 4 on the round for Victor. A thrifty converted for Optic. On the back of stingers and a little bit of aggression. That's even with Sanak getting into potentially a deadly position behind this.
So,
the amount of pressure Les is under.
Lovely work with the paranoia and the catch and the commitment behind it. Chasing that down, but you're right. It was Sanak that I started to get nervous about his presence being there. He could have potentially found 2, maybe more. Wasn't the case. Victor outdid him. And he's got the running back on nice and quick as well. So this is exactly what you'd want if it was the Optic. Utilize this Phoenix to its best potential. And it looks like an early start here. Pop flash off the back of the Prowler. And away he goes. Victor's off on one. Yeah, he's got Pancarter, and it's going to be a quick flash towards B and the chase down. He wants to get in there, but the slow going to hinder a little progress and bring less in for the fight. But the operator now noted, forced to back, but look at Optic, already on the site. There was nowhere to run for him and nowhere to hide. The spike now going to be delivered, and the plant going to come through.
What?
Come on.
Sanak found that kill?
How?
The Rolling Thunder gets posted as well. Aspas looking to close the distance, but doesn't get on to stop a default.
Just catching his shins on the way through, but looks for the fight still. Yeah, he wins it, of course he does. Dazed and confused, it doesn't matter. Optic regain composure in this round, only losing 2 for themselves, but finding form here to close the gap.
And the run it back creates so much pressure. The C site completely abandoned. There's so much pressure coming on to B, and it's less to be the one to feel that heat. Optic navigate their way all the way onto C site, and ultimately it's just 1 kill that defines this round. Actually, even with the funds here, it was just the rifle for Aspas. A couple of stingers here for Loud. Optic revert back towards A lobby here, and yeah, he posted up with the operator. Aspas and Sassy, you can see him on the X-ray.
Here.
Just holding on to the angle though. Aspas conscious of that rifle. This time he's sharp for it.
Real quick. It's taken away more than just the tip of the spear. That's Ye now. Moved. Again, making so much damage on rounds like this. Like, look at the buy. It is stingers. You know, the headhunter for less sure, and the rifle for Aspas, but being able to activate him of all people is essential to outcome. And they're standing and fighting on this one, but they have to respect the paranoia committed. And now you can see that link rotation coming in. The 2 players kind of peeling away from the A side. They're ready for this B fight. They're here so fast. Aspas, he is making himself such a problem. The paint shell on the way out, but he's done the damage. FNS has 3 to find. Sanak just throws himself at him.
Another thrifty to flip this back, and Sassy's utility completely shutting down this audible towards B site. And the rifle paying dividends in that regard. Decay just absolutely blindsiding Optic.
Precision kill.
Aspas really looking to heat up now as well.
The fact he was so present in this round, considering he's the only one with the rifle, was brilliant. Really good to see him take that space. And taking Ye at the start, quick rotation onto B. Really, really good. And maybe rinse and repeat. Let's see it. Ye wants the challenge.
Posted on that angle.
Yeah,
initially.
he was waiting.
I've got to be careful. He's going to eat a ton of damage there.
Mm-hmm.
Down to 63.
Oh, they're exploring sewer, though.
The fault line, I think, going to set them up for this, but doesn't catch.
And neither did the Prowler. Yeah.
I mean, they don't push through, but at least denial of information there. Pancard. Oh,
Spike down.
the door got broken and Crashy's punished for it. Pancard actually finds the headshot. A Victor now trying to get behind this, but Pancard now will slip into a more passive angle with less to complement that. With that operator, yeah, he's still exploring towards A. Loud been happy to give this up.
Because they can take it back so easily.
Exactly, yeah.
Never team looks so comfortable in these retakes. Victor doesn't win out either. That's a problem. They're down pretty substantial numbers. Marved noted super early, down so low. And this retake again still looking as refined as ever. FNS at least going to be back looking a little healthier, but yeah, only good for one. Now it's on FNS. He's got so many problems and he can't get away from any of them. Loud once again proving retakes are just one of the skills that they truly have honed.
Yeah, they've really got their finger on the pulse here. They know exactly when to re-hit A site. Like I said, on the back of creating these early advantages, they know that they can come back through and play the trades. It doesn't even come to that. It's the second time where there's 4 people left standing to retake A site. Optic, they have to answer back here. There has to be some form of 1700.
For me, I like the pace when we saw those B hits, you know, that C split that came through as well. That seemed to work well enough. You need to have a brawl in this, because if you leave Loud alive, they will absolutely destroy you. And again, they're getting creative, they're getting more aggressive and assertive, pushing down on long. Aspas gonna add insult to injury. As soon as, of course, the reasonable answer would be to adjust and look towards C, look towards B, where they found success. There's already a stack there, and you've already lost the back line.
Victor trying to slip up behind this wall, but he's posted up. Less will punish. Marv actually finds Aspas elsewhere.
Would they back away, though?
Initiated.
Being now less to be against the ropes here. Spotted out by Marv as well. Actually, Aftershock misses.
Less. How much more can you do? Pressure mounting, deleted. Crashes is there, but there was still a player on long. I don't think they noted the one player on long. Pangada has such an opportunity. But oh, he sees one, he sees two, and they scatter away from him. But a 1v2. You got Ye posted towards long, ready for the post plant. You got Marved on the way around, supporting, probably through Garage here, but Sadak gonna try and at least get up towards Plat. Clear sight, sees nothing. Looks towards Garage, notes nothing.
Marv still has a paranoia as well.
Ooh, trying to bait the shot there, seeing Ye. So, now he's seen Ye. And considering it looked like Loud had the right read on this, that was the adjustment coming in, credit to Optic for still sticking the landing.
Absolutely. Again, the Aftershock just missing on the lockdown. At least gives Optic a little more confidence. There's going to be no secondary angle being held from CT, and they can really pressure less.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, it's not often you say it, but Pancada's just a little bit cleaner with that. That can completely change the outcome, because Marv is so disconnected.
Yeah, you're right. 5-3 now. You need to see it strung together, though. See if Optic do have variety to this. Because once again, you're going to see a quick rotation, though. Now, last time we saw them get punished through B connector when they went for that B hit off the back. These two players are on that A site. But already, a lot of presence noted, but have they got a plan in mind? I want to see if they've read these rotations now.
Well, look at this now. On the back of the success on A site and giving it up, they can stack 3 towards Garage and C. And actually with less on the operator. I mean, they also have a 2-man hold on B.
I think they've read this. I think considering how quickly that Prowler became committed, they've got to have noted they pulled the players away this early. It's actually a lot of information being found just by seeing this utility already committed. They could, I guess they could go back towards A, but again, it's once again, I mean, retake time. It's terrifying.
The concern being is now you look at it and actually Rolling Thunder, Showstopper to come back through on the retake. And that makes it even more comfortable. Correct. Or at least on the side of Loud, even more confident for them in the retake.
Oh, yeah. And they still, obviously, if you're Optic, you still have to clear up here. So it becomes really apparent that you've not felt pressure anywhere else on the map by this point. Now, you can't blame them. They have to be diligent. It'd be, you know, we'd be blaming them for not clearing their corners if they didn't. So in they go. Similar scenes. And now we have to see if they can withhold. Can they withstand Loud in these retakes?
Open plant, so I think Optic are going to give up sight here. This could be the adjustment that actually finds them converting one of these rounds.
Could be the best plan they've had so far. There's that Showstopper coming in, both of the key components you were talking about. That's only one on the side, so it's only going to note 1, maybe 2 up towards heaven. Aspas posts it! Finds a recipient, that's going to be Crashy's gone. And they got to know this now. If you're Loud, you know they are sitting deep on this one. The smoke's going to go in, the paranoia's there. Victor, you got to get on this. Someone's going to stop this. Finally, they deny the defuse. The flash is great. Victor's still alive and 3 still standing. Optic not out of this one. The adjustments worked. They found their answer. They've dealt with Loud.
And now actually it swings back in the opposite direction. Loud have to address this. If some ultimates come online, and particularly actually if Victor can put his running back to use and clear out that A site, allowing a free plant, allowing that deep reset in the post-plant hold, could become concerning. Marv finding 2 blind kills there.
Fair enough.
Kind of look like me.
We got the running back for Victor. See where that gets committed in the end. And I wonder if there's repetition to be found with this for Optic. Protocol is meaning they have to pull the players away from A, find that space, and do all the same work towards Garage, towards B, not lose players. Obviously easier said than done as Pancada. He's posted on this one.
So close. Big
Prowler.
flash in hand.
Yeah, and look at the flash and the Prowler combo. Great to take space. We actually really like the combination between Fade and Phoenix here.
Joke's over.
But Les is posted with the operator. That's going to be a shot. Not landing that he would have wanted. Slowed down, but certainly not stopped. And now the pressure starts to mount. He's got one. Victor isolating the fight towards Pancada. Greeting was Aspas. Greets him with a smile and says goodbye. But it is Aspas and Les up against 3. Look where that spike's going and look where Ye is. This is just fantastic progress. You can see on a deeper angle. And Les considered it, but was not ready for it.
Spike planted.
Able to create some pressure. They're rewarded for it here. Aspas still has the rifle. I mean, 1,200 in the bank. Doubt he's going to make a concerted effort for this, but with Ye slipping deeper into spawn, he's got to dig him out first. That has to be the first scalp to claim, and already time slipping away from him.
Well, teleport's ready.
Ain't clean, ain't pretty, but you're going to take those. Your job done. Okay, Optic have the answer. Now, I guess this is when we look at the scoreline, and if we want to discuss kind of, bigger picture across the board, you have to chalk up the fact that, one, yes, Loud did convert that bonus, but they also picked up the pistol, right? So there was a nice little buffer at the start of things. Once we got into the meat of it, yes, those retakes were very impressive, but Optic came prepared with an answer. So technically, this is, even though the scoreline is sitting all even, I'm trending a little towards Optic, considering the vast majority of the rounds that they've garnered are in the full gun rounds. Let's see if that holds true, as once again we're seeing this kind of combination here. We'll flash out the window. We did see the Prowler last time, not this time.
This is noted.
Temptation to follow that up. Marked. Ooh, gets himself the angle, but it's Victor to find success towards middle as Sadak tried to explore a little.
And also it's the walk out. Optic are now trying to gain an advantage on the back of Loud being so eager to find some space elsewhere behind this early presence shown.
Here.
Poor Optic.
Here.
Stacked up outside B. Smokes go up. Now there's one on the other side. Not full coverage here though. Actually, the paranoia in the paint shell. I don't know if that'll find a kill, but definitely prevented the spike. But Victor looking to get aggressive. Marv now with the backfill. Louder found all the kills though.
3 of them. And now it's looking like an absolute travesty. As it's only A, 41 HP and 48 seconds. Oh, he pulled the trigger. I thought the discipline might have kicked in. Not the case. Loud. Stabilize.
And they absolutely needed this. They would have been broke for round 12 if Optic had closed this out. 3 survive. Carry these weapons across. The operator maintained as well. Actually, Sadak and I was going to say Sassy, whether or not they can spread the funds effectively here. So with Sassy to play it out with a light shield, but the important thing being the operator available here.
Yeah.
FNS on that lockdown. So last time used reactively in Garage, whether or not they set up for a sight hit here. Actually, the ping towards Sewer may be implying Sadak again happy to explore this, and this time Les catches Marv ahead of getting into position.
So where do they go now? Rock in a hard place. Pancada holds it down. Sadak gonna fill the void. Quick flash to buy some time, but the pressure's still mounting.
Les has found another.
Les is everywhere at once. Paranoia's coming through. Everything's starting to look good for Loud in this round. Probably leading into the half on this one. It looks inevitable, and as Crashies turns on a dime and does that. He's looking for Les as well, as Les is encroaching towards this. He's still got a minute.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of time to play with here. And he got close in that last clutch. He found some room for himself, but 2 of the opposing players are playing right next to each other.
I mean, they're going to read this as he's pushing spawn, right? If he's not gone for this plant, you have to assume he's playing aggressively.
Does he see anything? No.
He's going to get the free plant here. We'll have the ultimate available. This goes reveal back, but it's 30 HP to work with. And finally now, Loud starting to figure it out.
There's the problem. It's been given away.
30 seconds left.
He does have his ult online though.
It's just one shot. It's all Loud need to land.
Trying to play the timing, going around the world. Good spin up towards long if he wants it. But they're sitting so pretty. Both of them on such good HP. And they're clearing methodically. They're checking every single corner. Horn goes towards long. That will at least keep some confirmation that he's not there. Instantly they turn and look towards Sua! They got a little scary, got a little dicey. But once again, the retake holds strong, Loud. Carving themselves a lead here, Mike. It's only 7-5, but it's given them an advantage now.
It absolutely has,
Switching
yeah.
sides.
So to come out of that with a 2-round advantage, especially considering the disadvantage at the start they started with. Actually, previously versus the RX, it was Marved and Ye to really be the driving forces on defense. Victor struggled to find any sort of success here, and Loud actually swing immediately on this angle. Will force Victor and Crashy's a little deeper on site, but already reinforcements here in A-Link. Loud aren't stopping though. They're straight onto site.
Yeah, but already Optic fell away from this. It's looking for like... Actually, I suppose he was mid-tempo on this, because looking at FNS's position, and they got the molly going to be clearing out towards Graffiti. The burst on the side, but he gets manhandled, sent back by the Frenzies. But then, a double dip! Triple! They've all gone back in! And it's a massacre!
Absolutely stomped. As Optic try and get ahead of the curve, get ahead of that plant coming through. Loud have their heads on a swivel. That looked good initially. As soon as that molly goes up, I mean, FNS is here so quickly.
Remaining.
Problem being, this is too many frenzies. Tucked up so close on site. That's a pacey start to the second half. Pistol on the board. Actually, 3 rifles to come through here. 2 bulldogs on the board. Optic only have classics to work with. And the stun actually going to go onto the orb. Do they try and punish this? Trying to feed Victor another ult orb, and some utility invested here. Actually, Victor finds one here on the triple swing. Optic want to take the fight to Loud. They don't want to let him get set up this time.
Okay. Oh, ferocious.
Ye slipped through as well. Got to be conscious though, because Pancada's already at C-Long.
He's got a lot of space to work with.
Loud have to take a breather.
Yeah.
I think they will wait for Pancada to find something. Maybe 3 shots in the Headhunter.
Hey, prowling around down here. They've got
he's
to be
gonna hear
aware of
this.
this, though. They've got to be aware. This could be a call for the rotation, but you've got... Oh, a shot and a half is
Spike
what you've
down,
got.
attacker spawn.
Yay.
Pancada though, he's slipped
Says
all the
same
way
scene.
through.
Here's the same scene. Now, Yay would be the best to note this, because now the alarm bell rings. The 3 players at CT swing together. He still gets
30
one.
seconds left.
Sassy on the other side with another. And a 2v2, any recoverable weapons? Yes, Marv's got himself a Bulldog. And Sassy in the back line is surely considered. Less forced away. And now with 18 seconds, they turn and turn attention! An overrun, Sassy! I asked how bad they want it. Apparently real bad. Still find this out, they hear the plant.
10 seconds.
And Les sitting pretty though. He's got the rifle. He's still got the light armor beside him. Molly towards the site, clears it, notes nothing. And the timing. Les is going around the world just at the right time.
He slipped away from the spike though. He's not in line of sight.
He's absolutely not. So, going to be pressured. Do they consider it? Do they think about it? Already they get contact on it, but the spray's good. He's not stopping. Marv's not stopping. He finally comes on. And Les punishes him.
I mean, any other round, in any other matchup,
Sure.
Marv sticks that.
Of course he does.
Because he's gotten away with it so many times. But Les, the absolute hero here. Victor almost has him.
Oh, the Iceman himself finally melting a little under the pressure of it all.
What a round from Optic though.
Yep. Something out of nothing. Something out of nothing.
Look at the repurchase back into Loud.
I mean, they're still pretty good with the Spectre. I'm not going to put it past them at 9-5. If they make it to 10 now, I'm getting real worried for Optic's chances here. Loud on the verge of double digits. If they can somehow dig deep in this, your danger man always going to be less here. That rifle still in the hand. Don't forget about that.
Actually, this one way kind of sets up Ye as well. It's only Aspas positioned here. Crashy's actually now slipping away towards heaven. I think there's 2. Potential here for Sadak and Sassy to try and fake something onto A site. I think Crash has used this lineup before. It's dirty. And at least if he can confirm that this is a fake and nobody follows up on potentially the fault line or a prowler or anything sent out on that side.
Good timing on the check.
Finally gets the ping here.
But that's not where the spike is.
Nope.
Oh, and that's big info, right? But look at the scattering. Instantly adjusting right back across, mirroring the movement. But by now, Loud have the plan in. That's great. Perfect paranoia, and they're burning alive. And now mowed down. Good trade, though. Less standing tall. Pushes into the smoke. Zero respect, zero fear. He's waiting for them to appear on the other side. They have no idea about this. Who blinks
This is
first?
right next to
Who
him.
moves first? They have no clue! Unless, how is he doing this? Time and time again! Breaking Optic's heart! And giving him the ace!
Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, you're going to load up on Headhunter shots as well. Optic looking to get a little aggressive here. Yay and FNS to support Marv. Get him tucked in nice and early. And Crashies will be in range to hear this utility going into sewers. It's not the first time Loud have showed presence here. I think that previous round definitely going to be present in the thought process here for Optic. Don't want to give any opportunity in terms of over-rotating here. Actually stick to their guns. Nobody moving on the side of Optic. Committed to this four-man hold towards C. And Loud happy to play out the downtime here.
Oh, yeah. And Sweat. Build that pressure. The tension almost palpable at this point. You know that Optic is starting to get, you know, those dire thoughts. You're not out of it yet, but it's looking like that landslide is falling your way. And the frenzies, the stingers, whatever they can
30 seconds
scrape
left.
together is simply not looking enough. We wait though. One gonna go up. Noting nothing on sight. The plant comes in for free. It was a C stack, it was a gamble. Didn't work out.
Well, Optic have 5 standing, but I mean, with how disciplined Loud have played, don't even expect these stingers to get much done here. Only one flash to work with. The paranoia as well for Marv, but it's going to take a miracle. Loud just set up already with this utility so late on in the round. It didn't cost them anything to get in here. So they have so much to slow down this retake.
You're right, it's all those time purchases starting to really mount up here.
Even the fault
They're
line
straight
as well.
out of it. Flash is good, might catch Pancada, but it's just nothing. It's odds and ends. A whimper at the end of the round as 11 is carved on the board for Loud now. We could be moments away. One more round and it's championship point. And Optic haven't got off the starting blocks here in the second half.
We saw them turn the tides in the first. Talking about their ability to stop that early momentum and get around on the board. They were successful previously, but it's going to take a miracle here. 6-round deficit. Optic barely anything left in the tank after this in terms of the finances. A run it back to work with. Actually, Les going to pop the tour de force off the rip here. Victor pretty deep here. I mean, if he does want to throw out the run it back, he has to clear all this space. He does.
Alright, Flash is good. Gonna force the TP away. A little bit of a gamble on the spam and hoping it finds something and he gets sent away. Not finding as much as he'd like here, but you're absolutely right. Information aplenty.
Does he get back onto this angle though? Les is posted up now, anticipating some sort of re-aggression here from Optic. Now Victor's holding an active angle. Crashies, I guess, ready to swing off the contact.
Teleport's ready.
Les nearly spotting the barrel.
Bring them down.
They wouldn't dare peek into this.
Now Victor has no flashes left.
Yeah, and then they're already leaning towards C. This is all building towards a C crunch anyway. You've still got the players on long. You've got 2 working through Garage. It's going to be a Finesse who's now going to be drawn to attention. Great control in the first. Silences Aspas. Pancada soon to follow. Finally traded out though. Sadak going to build in through Garage. Yay with a great position, but Blind can't do much more. And it's still marked to the back of the side. The Iceman himself needs to stay cool. And he's done well with 1, but it's not going to be enough. As Sassy now in the 1v2. Plant going to come in, but they are closing the gap fast to save Plant. But then now there's players on long. Did he note the one close through Garage? He absolutely has! And with 40 HP, he's done the unthinkable! He's taken them to 12! And now 1 round away!
More heroics from these Loud players. Sassy delivering here on Haven. What a ridiculous clutch.
Player standing. Spike down.
Just ridiculous.
Enemy remaining.
That's 12 off the back of this.
He's so composed as well.
He knows he's absolutely gone on the ropes. We are 1 round away. The last purchase potentially for Optic. It's now or it's never. It's do or it's die. And it's a double stack towards Sua. Pancada already ripping the head off of Ye's shoulders. Would they predict the second? Oh, yes they do! Pancada breaking Victor in 2. And now there's only 3 standing. And it's all building towards this A site.
They've got so much utility to work with again. Pancada and Aspas have both found one.
It's all on 1. The last man standing, FNS. And after so much time, so many years of heartbreak at the hands of Optic, Loud beat them in the best possible way, becoming the Valorant 2022 champion. What a moment for the men on the stage.
Absolutely incredible performance from Loud today. Besting Optic. You can see what it means to them as well. The entire hopes